There we go. We're live. So, what's going on, everybody? Another edition of the THETRUTHCAST. Of course, I have my panels along here, Jo and Ethan.
Yo, yo.
What's up?
And right now, we're gonna break down DC Fandom, all of the stuff that was announced, all that was shown, and we talk about that Snyder Cut trailer. Woo! But overall, like, what are your general thoughts about DC Fandom?
Well, I gotta say, I was, I was amazed. Like, I was really amazed about like how they came out with all the footage. Cause like, um, I thought the Batman was gonna come out with the footage, and I thought at first Snyder wasn't gonna show like that amount of time of footage, but they actually showed a good amount of time for the footage, and I got the feel of it. It was really amazing.
Awesome. And
Yeah,
real quick,
it
wait, hold
didn't
on.
really. Oh, sorry.
No, real quick. Shout out to Poindexter Lounge. He's a great guy. Awesome, get it truth. If you're not subscribed to his channel, I highly recommend it. He's also a big DCEU fan. He all talks like nerdy stuff. So, so he's a great guy. So subscribe to him and like his videos. And Poindexter, if you're interested, you want to join the panel real quick. If you're not busy, you're always welcome, my brother. But anyway, my bad, Ethan. Continue.
It didn't disappoint at all because I remember my main thing I wanted to see was them showing stuff and not just talking about it, and they definitely showed off a lot. So, trailers, and even when there wasn't trailers, they still showed concept art to show that they weren't just like, just talking about things they want to do. We actually saw what they're trying to go for.
Yeah. Yeah, I like overall. I thought it was. I mean, for a first time event that DC has ever put on, like that, it was crazy. Like I actually like this to me, like the death nail for Comic Con for DC. Like I think this is gonna be the only way now that we're gonna get DC content is from DC Fandom. I don't think Warner Brothers is gonna hand off all the projects to Comic Con anymore. I think this is gonna be an annual thing, a yearly thing. So like look at how much praise this thing has gotten.
Yeah.
It's just like, and Comic Con virtually got no press, no praise. They didn't have anything to show, and Marvel is laying low because nobody cares. this is like all DC show, and the fact that like, it's gotten so much attention, like no, this is this is gonna happen yearly around, and I'm happy for it because I'm a big DC fan, so I'm cool with it.
I
What
I expected there to be like ads in between, but
yeah.
like because it was a live stream and there wasn't, so that means they're doing it for the fans and not for the money because it probably cost them a lot to make this. And they plugged some of their old movies in between and just said like own it now, but no like actual commercials in between the panels or anything. So they're like genuine.
And they actually like were excited to be there. Just like you said, they were genuine, and it's like some panels were a little corny, like the Flash panel. Just like, okay, what's happening here?
Yeah, and then I went to go see when the Suicide Squad game panel was on, and then when I clicked on it, I saw they were doing this like murder mystery Wonder Woman thing. I'm like, bro, what is this?
I was just like, what is going on here? But I was like, all right, whatever. It's cute. It's whatever. Like
Yeah, they were having fun.
I was just like so happy that was actually happening. I was just like, I'll let this slide.
Yeah.
What about you, Jo?
Oh, y'all's voices are kind of cracking.
Oh, he's cracking.
Okay, now I can hear.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Oh, oh. Let's broadcast to you. Okay, there you go. Yeah. What were you talking about? I can hear my voice on here. Oh my god.
Hold up.
Hold on, let me see.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Okay,
can
cool.
hear my voice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think it was really cool. It's really really awesome because I got like I said, I got the feel in it, and felt like something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about? So with the first one, we're gonna start it on the Wonder Woman panel. What are your thoughts on the Wonder Woman and the trailers like that?
Well, I have to say, I was really impressed with that one because they showed like an extended part of the movie, right? Like they kind of showed more in the trailer, and seeing Cheetah, I was like, hmm, that's pretty cool.
I hope
The
though it doesn't end up like I don't know if you guys remember the Cats movie, but
I, I didn't see it, so I
when I
tried
oh
to.
when I
yeah,
saw Cheetah, I was like, oh god, I hope they're not gonna make the same mistake because it definitely went for that whole CGI, you know, look.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good actually. I was like, I was
Yeah, it
worried
was
that it was
better.
gonna look bad, yeah, but I was like, oh wow, it actually looks good. I'm surprised. I'm shocked.
Yeah,
Uh,
and they kept bringing it up later on, like Zack Snyder mentioned how he thought the movie was great, so I guess he's seen it. So um, they've been really pushing it with they especially it being the first panel. I think they've got a lot of confidence that it's going to be good too. So the first one was good, so I mean I don't think it's going to be bad at all.
yeah, I think I love the first Wonder Woman, so I have faith in Patty Jenkins. So I think it's gonna be a step up. I think it's gonna be like completely different from the first one because obviously it's the '80s. It's gonna be like so cheesy and stuff like that. But as long as it's not too cheesy and it's done well and the jokes actually, then then I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, and it's made by people that love the character, so
Yeah. Real quick, I have another guest joining me. It's Dexter Lounge. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, guys?
Not
DC,
much.
DC rules, baby.
Yes, it does. DC has always ruled, so I know.
That's true. It's just the world. The world is finally waking up and realizing it.
Exactly. Hi guys, J.O. Ethan. This is Dexter Lounge. So,
yeah, what's
Dexter.
up?
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on, guys? Nice to meet you. Hey, I just saw that you were streaming Truth, and I love the truth. Everybody knows I love the truth. And I'll tell you what, man, I love your takes. And I saw what you were talking about today, and I spent all day yesterday either setting up streaming, or listening to streams or whatever, and watching this thing yesterday was just, it was amazing. Like you said, I like heard you guys talking about like there was some quirky stuff. The Wonder Woman mystery game was weird,
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and But hey, you know what? The thing is that everything isn't serious. I'm like, I get it. Like there's fun stuff to be had, and somebody, I guess, like that. I don't know, but.
And then they had a
But,
concert
hey,
in there.
right, and then there's like a Chris Daughtry song in there just for no reason, I guess, because it's got Superman in it. Like whatever. That's crazy, but there was a lot of cool stuff that came out yesterday. And but something truth that that I'm going to talk about here later, some point in time today, probably, is the lack of Superman stuff.
Yeah, I was surprised by that as
Well,
well.
I think what they were doing is I did notice they hinted that a lot. Like they hinted a lot. They didn't confirm anything. They hinted it on the
Yeah.
Black Adam, hinted it on Shazam. Like there was like they're doing the whole answering questions thing on the Shazam.
oh
And
Yes.
like all the comments were "Where's Superman?" And they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, we can't say anything, haha." But like I think I don't know. They were. It feels like they want to tell us, but they can't.
Yeah, and so it makes me wonder if they're saving that for something else, if they're saving this. It was just interesting because like over the whole day there just seemed to be a lack of Superman content.
Yeah.
But it's cool because Truth, I'm a big Superman guy, and
I think
that
we
was the
all
only
are.
thing. But
Yeah.
yeah.
that's awesome. Then I like you. You're good people then.
Yeah.
You guys don't know me, but my son's middle name is Jor-El. So
Oh wow.
That is so dope.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Fix the
I
bread,
like
man.
that. I bet you everybody when he
Yeah,
goes
so
to
I
it, they'll be like,
just
"Oh, you're from."
yeah, I just it's funny because his first name is Landon, and now everybody calls him Lando. So it's like I got both a Star Wars name and a Superman related name, so it's all good. If I would have had another son, we would have named his middle name Kal-El. So
And real quick, Enosh, what did you think of that glorious Snyder Cut trailer?
dude,
there are no words for it. That's how good it was.
I tell you, man, I was trying to explain it to somebody today, and just was telling them like it's interesting. I think we have a job to do. Those of us who've been waiting for this, those of us who've been campaigning for this and wanting this for so long, our job now is to educate people, because people don't understand what the Snyder Cut is. There's the regular people out there, they think that this is some kind of director's cut.
It's an
or something like
entirely
that.
different movie.
Yeah.
Like every
I think it's
single
like
line
the
of dialogue is different. Every single none of it, like there's the plot is like loosely the same, but other than that, it's nowhere near the same movie at all.
Exactly. And so I was talking to somebody about it today, and they're like, "Oh yeah, what is that? That's like the updated version or whatever with a couple extra scenes or whatever." I'm like, no. No, let me school you on what the Snyder Cut is. But the thing is, it's going to take some time, but we're going to have those conversations so that people understand what this is, because once you tell somebody that like you in the history, what I love is every time I've ever told anybody the history of the Snyder Cut, of like what happened to Zack and how he wasn't allowed to finish his movie basically, and had it kind of taken away from him, and the tragedy that befell the family.
Yeah.
Like people perk up and they're just like, wow, I want to see that now. Like I want to see what that's about. And it's a natural thing, man. It's a natural reaction to what happened. Like that's why it always bothers me when people who know the story like attack it and attack the people involved, because to me that speaks a lot about who they are as human beings. Like, who cares about superheroes? Who cares about, all that stuff? Like, just from a human standpoint, this is important. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. But man, that trailer was awesome. The day was awesome. Just hearing from each individual panel and stuff, I mean, even the Batman, even Matt Reeves' Batman, even though he talked way too much.
Yeah, it kind of went on for a while. It's like, okay, can we just get to the trailer, please?
Yeah.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Did I lose you guys?
Look, well, we can hear you now. A little bit.
Can I hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I think we can't hear Poindexter.
I think I'm. Okay. So, okay. So I was just saying, I was. So I'm just excited. I'm excited about the future of DC.
Oh, because it's gonna be amazing.
I'm thinking because it's a 4-hour long thing, maybe it was better that it happened this way, because they would have forced them to cut it down to a 2-hour long movie anyway. So we're getting more of Justice League than we would have before, because because DC, I mean, the old Warner was still involved there, so I think, and also they're doing it in a 4-hour long DVD too. So, it's like every single scene. I don't know how. I don't think he's gonna be cutting like anything. Just every single thing that he wanted to do in this movie is gonna be in here.
Well, he said he was on another live stream last night. He like surprised some people, and he was on a live stream where he talked about anytime you get a chance, you fire all your bullets. You don't leave any, to be fired. You fire them all, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what that thing's going to be, man. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait to see what he has in store for us. Hopefully, agree. Hopefully, agree.
Well, hey, I got a really bad connection. I got a bad connection, but I'll be trying to listen to you. Thanks for having me on, True. It's nice meeting you guys.
Make sure everybody subscribe to Point X.
Yeah,
Lounge.
nice meeting you too.
Yeah, subscribe to Point X the Lounge. He's the man. He's awesome, man. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, bro.
DC rules.
I feel like that trailer already by itself was better than the whole Justice League because
seriously, it was.
I'm trying to talk to my friend about it, and like he's like, yeah, it's a different movie, I guess, but like the acting feels like the acting in the 2017 one was so forced and like lifeless, and it was like watching a comedy that was kind of like B-rated.
Yeah.
While with this one, even just like the end scene where they're like talking about how they're gonna have to fight him, that scene alone, it's like it's got like heart and soul to it that there was just nothing before. Like you get the chance to care about these characters in this one, while before there was like 2 minutes of Flash introduction. While now we're getting like a good solid chunk, so you actually get to know them, and because people kept being like, "Oh, there's no point in caring about the Justice League because the characters are like not likable and you don't even know anything about them, so you can't really root for them." But now because it's this long of a movie, you actually get the chance to like be excited for them working together as a team, you know?
And you get the whole backstory too, because it's 4 hours. You have a lot more time to explore each and every one of these characters. And the problem with the 2017 one is it felt like, again, they were trying to be like Marvel. It's just like, let's just pack all of these jokes into it. Let's make these corny one-liners. Let's put some dumb action in it. Let's have Flash land on top of Wonder Woman for some strange reason.
He did the same thing though in Age of Ultron. Why did he do the same thing twice? That's so creepy.
Like a carbon copy.
Simon says, "What's up, bro? Even though Darkseid needs work, but he still needed work in Infinity War saga. Bruce Willis Thanos. I cannot wait for the movie. Hallelujah. Yeah, I mean, that movie's gonna be awesome. like there's like,
gosh, it's like every single scene. It's like even the action shots. It's like there's like substance there where like it's just everything's better. The visuals, the like them standing there at the end is like priceless. You know, the Flash when he's like when you see him like closing his eyes and he runs, it's just better. It's like everything, even the smallest things are just better.
Yeah, and it looks like he was in the Speed Force too. I think it's the Speed Force, right?
Yeah, like when he was in his suit, I think he was like he put his hand out and he looked the other way and he saw the Speed Force like he was in.
Yeah,
it was pretty.
And
cool.
Bro, that shot where Cyborg's dad like crumbles and you see him going like no, it's like even like that you're like it's so powerful. It's a trailer, but it's still like. It's so much better. I can't even...
Yeah, because I know Zack Snyder said like Cyborg is the heart of the movie. He's like the main character.
So that's good.
And in the other one, there was like no heart because he talked in like a monotone voice the whole time, and you had no reason to care about Cyborg because I think Joss Whedon just wanted him to be like a throwaway side character that he was just forced to use in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, in this one, oh my gosh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that scene where the Flash is in the Speed Force running, and when he closes his eyes, it feels like that's the moment in the film where he can like fully control his power. It seems like.
All
But,
it
like,
is a trailer, and you can already tell it's gonna have so much more like soul to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like
It really is.
And what you think of Dark Side? Like the whole design.
Uh,
It's weird to have like his
I'm-
like the Omega symbol on his chest.
Yeah, I'm hoping they make him look a little bit better. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
because
Yes.
like they're still doing the effects. I think this is like footage, and
Yeah.
like Snyder just wanted to show like a demo of it. So hopefully,
Yeah.
like when we see the movie, we could see like the finished product.
Because everyone was clowning on Steppenwolf in the 2017 one for looking like
Yeah. He looks so
straight
much better here.
garbage.
He looks
He's
like a
so much
human.
better. He looked like a PS2 character. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It
It's just
really
like-
did though.
like what is his garbage? And here he looks so much more menacing. We're just like, yes, this is what I want. This is what I want to see. It just looks so much better. Just
So-
like the spike in the suit. Oh, awesome.
It did. So like, did they say it was coming out early 2021 or like mid or?
I'm guessing it's like, I think I saw like a leaked release date or something that was gonna be like July or something.
Damn.
So it won't. I mean, that's far away, but like, the Batman's coming out in October. That's so far away. At least it's
Damn.
less. It's less than a year for Justice League, but Batman. It's so far away.
And they're doing it in a good month too, like Halloween. That's got to be real.
Yeah.
It fits the character so much.
Yeah, it does, right? Like the trailer. Oh my god! When he was beating that dude up, I got jump scared. I was like, oh my god, what are you doing?
I'm vengeance.
I am vengeance.
He's sounding so badass too. I was just like, oh yes.
He
Like,
got the
that's
voice.
Batman. Yeah,
He got the
nailed it.
voice,
He
man.
nailed the
Dude.
voice.
And dude, do you know it's people already talking trash in the comments about him? Like his suit.
Already?
Look, I mean,
Yes.
even like that first shot, like just looking at the whole like the chest thing and the way the cape just sits, it just feels so Batman.
Yeah.
Like okay, so the cowl I'm not as big of a fan of because I think the shape is a little weird where it gets like
Yeah.
wide
The front
around
part,
the
right?
skull and like the ears and then his jaw is all exposed. But I mean, they're obviously going to change the suit up in the next movies, so I'm not too. I mean, other than that, it's a great suit, and I'll get used to it. I mean,
Yeah, because like he's just starting out too, so that's what everybody has to like put in their minds. Like this is just a Batman starting out,
Yeah, and it seems like he already has like a relationship with Jim Gordon, and the police probably still don't trust him.
yeah, I
and
was
stuff like that.
surprised at that because Matt Reeves, when he was going off on his.
his rant.
he was talking about,
Oh yeah, we're gonna do this.
so funny. he didn't even take a breath. He was just.
He kept going on
I know.
But he was
And I'm-
talking about how some of the people in the city were like still not a big fan of him. But if he's working with the police, then I mean he's got something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like he's still like an urban, like he's not like the Batman where his like the legend of the Batman hasn't come into fruition yet. It's still like his like probably whispers about him, like does he exist? Is he real? I don't know who he
Like
is.
he's the myth.
Yeah. Like that,
Yeah.
like that thug who got his ass whooped. He's like, who are you? He's like, he wasn't even scared of him. He's like,
Oh,
My
about
God.
those thugs though.
That was the
'cause
best part. That was the best.
I heard that I've heard a bunch of leaks that Joker's not in it, but he's like briefly mentioned by some thugs, and those thugs had on some like paint around their mouths. So
Yeah, everybody was talking about
Yeah.
that. Like,
Are they-
It resembled Joker. Seriously.
So those could the fact that those are thugs, just like the leak says, those could be Joker thugs. But even if they're not, I mean, it still looks really really promising, and he only had 30% of it filmed to even
I
show
know.
off for a trailer, and it's like the Penguin was in there for a shot that looked crazy good.
That looked like Penguin. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That
It
looked
did-
like a Penguin.
the makeup looked awesome.
Yeah, the weight, like he looked like the build for Penguin.
Yeah, he did.
It's like all
Seriously.
of the cast when you look at them in real life, it's like this cast looks kind of like I don't know if it'd work, but the way that they pulled it off in the movie, it just looks so much better on screen. Like the move, like when we saw the suit, the behind the scenes, everyone was like, "Is that it?" But it worked so much better through Matt Reeves' camera. And
Yeah.
same thing when people were looking at Colin Farrell or whatever his name
Yeah.
is. They're like, "Is that the Penguin?" Again, that looks so much better on screen. And
I know.
I bet Riddler probably will be too, and even Bruce Wayne.
Ooh,
Like
Riddler.
Yeah.
in the interviews with Robert Pattinson, his hair is all like styled nice and stuff. So it's like,
He almost has like that Spider-Man 3 haircut, that emo haircut.
yeah. But even him, he looks so much better in this because they did such a good job on the production team. And I mean, I know he was going off for that long, but if he's that passionate about the movie, then you know it's gonna be good, right?
Has to be.
Simon says maybe that Omega symbol on Darkseid's chest is when he first gets the Omega power. Also, who is that other villain in the trailer with the black hood? The other villain was the Sod with the black one we saw like in the first glimpse.
Yeah, and from what I've heard about the whole plot of what Zack Snyder himself said, he said that at the end, after he defeats Steppenwolf, you can they go face to face with Darkseid through one of those portal things.
Oh my god!
But it closes off at the end, and they tell him this is our Earth, and then it closes off. So if they're doing a second one, that's where they actually go hand to hand with Darkseid. But in this first one, it's just Steppenwolf. But
I'm getting some in-game vibes from that.
Yeah,
but way better though. Way better vibes, man.
Yeah, because I know in this cut, Wonder Woman cuts Steppenwolf's head off, and head rolls at the feet of Darkseid.
Oh, at the feet of Darkseid? He would be so mad.
And supposedly, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but at the end is where the entire Justice League looks up at the boom tube and they see Darkseid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They see him standing there.
This is gonna be bad ass, man.
Didn't Zach say he had a 6-hour cut of Justice League? No, it's 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm about to say 6.
That's still long though. 4 is still
yeah.
Endgame was 3 hours long. This is 4.
Seriously. Wait, so he said 4 parts, right? Does that mean 4 hours each? Or?
Yeah, he said 4 1-hour parts, and then he's also gonna release it as all of it straight in one DVD too. If
I gotta get it.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to do that way because it might just be an easier watch to split it up, watching it in the parts. I don't know, because it would consume most of my day if I sat there if I watched Man of Steel and then I watched Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman and then straight into Justice League. That's an 8-hour long Zack Snyder experience.
Now I actually gotta buy that BVS Ultimate Edition. I might buy it today.
Yeah, it's so much better. I like it. It's so much better than the theatrical cut.
Yeah, and like Ethan said, it's gonna consume your day. But if you were bored, let's say if you weren't doing nothing for the whole day, you would watch that. Or if you really wanted to watch it, the whole thing in one DVD. Like I said before, you get you 2 or 3 cups of coffee, and then you just sit there and watch it. We'll fall asleep.
Hot Pockets.
Yeah, Hot Pockets.
Because Zack Snyder's whole vision, it's straight out of the Justice League cartoon or the comics, and
my friends feel like that.
And my friends have been saying oh, I'm more excited for this Batman one because it's realistic, because you can actually believe it. But I mean, Marvel's not believable, and it's you can appreciate both, right?
Yeah.
You can have Robert Pattinson who Matt Reeves is trying to go for. You can actually believe this could have happened, and then with Ben Affleck, he's fighting space demons, but
and he's older.
That's still cool though.
Yeah.
It's just really, really cool because they took the stuff that I've always seen animated and put it live action to where it's perfect. Like
the Dark Knight Returns, what Truth was telling me about. I can't believe that Zach actually did that, Cause right after he told me, I had to watch, and I was like, wow, this is some good animation, like, cause they got it from the Frank Miller comics,
Oh, you
and
saw
Yeah.
like
it?
just thinking about it in live action, like, holy crap, this actually happened.
Yeah.
So I'm even excited more though. That's the thing to
Yeah.
see his more of Affleck's Batman too.
Oh my God, it's
It's
gonna be
just it
so
looks
epic.
so good. Like even in like that one shot where he like flies towards Steppenwolf and punches him, it's
With a black
just
suit,
it's so
it looks so good.
satisfying.
Superman.
It's like there was
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
satisfying in the was that Superman? I thought that was Batman flying to punch him. I'm not
Oh no,
sure.
that was
That was Superman.
Superman.
Oh wow.
Look, if Batman did that, he's badass, real badass. I mean, if he was to actually do that, he could have been. Hey, but you never know. He could have been wearing the mega suit doing that. You never know.
Oh, he should have rebuilt that though, because if he can beat up a Kryptonian wearing that, I mean, if it's like rock paper scissors or something, where if Superman can beat Steppenwolf and Batman can beat Superman wearing that suit, then he should have brought that.
Yeah,
That would be
I think
cool.
he might. I don't know if he actually is. I mean, it would be cool if he did, though. It really would.
Yeah, I think they're going for the tactical suit. It'd be cool, but I don't think that's what they did.
Man.
And did you notice at the beginning of the trailer when you see the Hall of Justice logo just completely destroyed?
Yeah,
And
I
it
Yeah.
just
saw
goes,
that.
like,
That was crazy.
so obviously that's like Zack Snyder confirming that the Nightmare sequence is going to continue in this movie. Like he shot all that stuff already.
Oh, it's gonna scare me, man. I feel like it's gonna scare me seeing the whole nightmare thing come
Oh,
into life in his cut. That is going to scare the shit out of me.
because we still don't know like what happened to like Wonder Woman, what happened to Aquaman. Like, are they still alive? Are they dead?
Yeah, we've only seen Batman and Superman.
Didn't you say the Lanterns and Hawk people were gonna be in it too?
I hope so. I know that's like the Green Lantern. I don't know if that's going to be like a tease at the end.
Yeah, because they were in the 2017 one briefly, but I mean, I feel like everything that was like crappy in the 2017 and barely touched on will be like expanded and glorified in this one. So if Green Lantern was in there for like a split second in the 2017, I bet they'll like go into like everything way deeper than like 2017 was like a parody of this movie.
Seriously, it was. It is. Oh
Well,
god.
I hope like Green Lantern like shows up at the end, and then that's just a tease for like Justice League 2 if they want to go down that route.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and
I mean,
on the
4 parts.
Shazam panel, one of the people were like, "Hey, what if we were in the Snyder cut too?" Because Shazam's in the Justice League, and then
Oh my
and
god.
Zachary Levi was like, "Oh, I like the way you're thinking," but
They were
again,
teasing
haha,
that
we can't.
so much.
They
That was
keep
pretty-
much.
that whole panel. I'm like, how are they allowed to talk about this?
Yeah.
It was like
And
one big
wait,
tease.
they were even doing Black Adam too. They were talking about that. I'm like,
Yeah,
what are y'all
The Rock was
doing?
like, what if me and Superman were good friends? Haha. Or what if we weren't and we fought each other in my movie?
Man, I was
I would-
like, bro, y'all are so like.
Because I know Zack Snyder said that they were going to do additional photography for Justice League. So I'm thinking like, okay, like are they going to make cameos at the end or something like that? Are they going to like fit them in for like small little roles, something like that? That'd be pretty cool if they did that.
Yeah, so there were some expectations that I didn't think they'd. It's like realistically, it blew my mind, but there was also a part of me that was also hoping for like a Routh thing or Keaton on the panel or like a Joker
Yeah.
2 or a Man of Steel confirmation. And we didn't get any of those, but
Yeah.
this still was a lot. Like,
What's happening in the other panel, though?
and that can always be on a next year fandom
Yeah.
anyway, because if they're gonna keep making these, they're gonna keep announcing more stuff, and it makes sense that they wouldn't talk about a Man of Steel 2 or a Routh show if they're still early, because even some of the stuff that they're talking about is like 2 years out. So like
Yeah.
I get why they wouldn't like they even with the Multiverse 101 panel, they were like, yeah, we want to start incorporating some of those multiverse stuff, and then they showed the ending of Crisis with Routh in it.
Yeah,
So I think they're really trying to say we're gonna get there, but it's too early to confirm anything.
Yeah, we have plans for it for sure, but we're not gonna announce.
Yeah, we have plans, but we're gonna keep it down low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
it's like winky face emoji like a million times throughout this whole thing.
yeah. As far as like Michael Keaton, I mean, the fact that we saw him in the concept art for the Flash, like he's fighting alongside the Flash.
Yeah,
So-
it's
And
not
he
even
made
like
the suit.
old.
I know
He made the suit.
He made
Oh
Barry
my
new
god! I'm like, dude, give this man a series.
suit.
And then wait a minute. I'm hoping like if they're bringing him back, like at least have a follow up to where like you know how they show Catwoman at the end.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like at least like have her in it too. Because if they're gonna be fighting with each other, at least show like what happened. You know, with that.
that'll be pretty cool. Bring back Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman.
Yeah,
Oh
dude,
my god, that would
was-
be crazy.
she was
Oh,
a savage man.
Another thing is we didn't. There was rumors about a Schumacher cut of Batman Forever, which
Yeah, we didn't get that. I was like, no.
and then there was
Oh,
there was
yeah.
a secret DC film or whatever. But I mean, it was still crazy for what we got, so I'm not disappointed at all.
Yeah.
I'm
But I
just
was, like,
observing the
curious.
things that would have been cool too.
I was wondering that myself. I was just like, why they haven't announced? Like, I was waiting for the Man of Steel 2 announcement. I was just like, come on,
Yeah,
come
didn't
on.
they say Kimmer was gonna be there too?
Yeah, but I think I read recently that they pushed him to next month. He's going to be at.
Oh yeah. What's happening with the other one? Wait, what's
Yeah.
gonna be in it?
I think that's mostly like the DC TV stuff. It's on
Oh.
September 12th or something like that.
Oh, well.
So I'm just like, oh boy. The fact that it has its own panel, it's like, okay, I'll check it out because I don't watch most of the CW stuff anyway. But I'll see what
But
they
they
announce.
showed the Flash in the first one, and the Titans one as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
those were some of the
So-
ones I stepped out for because
Yeah.
I haven't really watched any of
Yeah, me
Titans.
neither. That's when I turned my phone off. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just wait till the Batman comes on.
Like the only like noteworthy thing from Titans is that Jason Todd is going to be Red Hood. He's going to transform into Red Hood.
And I mean, I saw some of there was
Ooh.
Titans had a Superboy.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They have a Superboy.
and Crypto.
I know. Oh my god.
They actually have the dog. I'm just like, oh,
From the
boy.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, bruh, what is this?
What are they doing?
Oh my god! But going back like to the Snyder cut real quick, like that end sequence of them standing together
Yeah,
with the black suit, I was like, oh, it looks so
That was
cool.
powerful.
It
Now
looks so
I like it.
cool.
I like the fact they were standing together with the man, like with Cavill, Superman, wearing the black suit. That is different. Like that
Yeah.
goes to show you that it's something new, something different, and it looked really powerful. Like it
Yeah.
really
and
showed
the
out.
music hit right too.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
Yeah,
it chills.
Just like, oh, it's so perfect. And the fact that end sequence was the final scene for Justice League in 2017. But I don't think this is going to be the ending of Justice League. So maybe like Superman comes back earlier in the film than what he previously was in 2017, and they have more of a dynamic with the team.
Yeah, like I remember I in the theaters there was this trailer where it showed Superman and he was like the whole thing with the ring. I don't know if you guys remember that. But when I went to see the movie, I'm like, where was that whole entire sequence that I saw a trailer for in the movie theater? And then in the movie, it wasn't there. Where it was on Kent Farms, and
Oh yeah,
and then they
like,
showed it in
proposed.
this trailer. Like even the teaser in 2016, like fits this movie more than the 2017 one because it's for this movie. That teaser came out when it was still Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
So
It's
like
just like-
watching that trailer before even was better than the Justice League movie.
Yeah, like you could just like easily tell, like, oh, this is Zack Snyder's movie. Like,
Yeah,
the
you
music,
really
the
can.
visuals, is just like, again, it just feels. It has like this trailer, this 2 minute trailer has so much more weight to it than the entirety of Justice League.
Bro, I
Justice League.
couldn't give a
Justice
crap about
Justice.
Cyborg's character in 2017, but this one, it's like when I see him like like with his dad in like the room, and he's like, and he reaches out and he's like, no, it's like I want to know more about the character because that just hit me. Like it's just a few seconds, but it already did something.
Like it tells you what you're gonna expect, and I like
Yeah,
that.
and it in the Flash, like there was some backstory in 2017 with like his dad, but that was like the deepest that the movie got. That was the
Yeah,
only emotional value of that whole thing.
they did it kind of quick though. It didn't really get me that raw, like emotional about because it was kind of quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like oh, that's sad. His dad's in jail.
That was it.
And it's
was
like
that
oh,
Iris?
he's gonna try to free him. Okay, cool.
Was that Iris in the trailer? Like,
Yeah, that was Iris West. Like we finally saw
wow,
her.
that is incredible.
I hope
And
they don't
I've
recast
seen
her.
that scene kind of got leaked with
Yeah.
him going like through the window and there wasn't any sound to it, but it looked really cool where he like grabs her from like behind the car.
The dude was barefoot.
like, yeah, he ran out of his shoes.
Yeah, like he just ran down. Like, dang.
Like that was pretty cool. I wonder if this film leads into the Flashpoint, because since Barry gonna know that he can time travel, I wonder if he's gonna tell his dad, like, look, I know a way how to save mom. I can time travel back in time and save her. So I wonder if this movie is gonna lead into.
You know what? I'm gonna watch that animation just so
Flashpoint
I can get the
Paradox?
feels of it. Yeah,
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
yeah. I
Flashpoint
want
is
because I
awesome.
watched it before. I just forgot how it went, but I wanted to get the feel of it just to like prepare myself for what's coming. You know,
Yeah.
it'll be good.
It's amazing. Just like,
I bet it is, man. I gotta watch it, dude. Wait, how many Batmans did he like meet in that one? I know it was like bad.
there's only two. That was obviously Bruce Wayne, and he meets his father, Thomas Wayne, who's the Flashpoint.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna like go real strong with the movie.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
The movie hardcore. I was just like, damn.
And with the concept art, I was like, man, this man finally about to get like the real Flash suit. That is incredible.
It looks so cool.
I'm guessing then like they switch suits probably like halfway through the movie. Like maybe it gets destroyed while he's running to Keaton's dimension or something. So
the Speed
they
Force.
have to remake one.
That'd be pretty cool. I know the suits.
I can't believe Keaton made it. I still can't believe Batman made it. Like, dude.
And the fact that Keaton makes his suit, that makes me think like, oh, okay, well, they have like a. I guess Keaton really likes Barry Allen. The fact that he makes him a suit, it's like, damn.
For real, he must be that smart.
He was kind of Keaton's character was kind of like he didn't really like talking to people that much in those movies. Yeah. Like he preferred his own company. So if he's gonna work closely with this dorky like Flash guy, then there's got to be something there.
True. I want, and they said that the suit was organic, so it makes me think like, because in the concept art, it looks like the suit was like lighting up every time Flash.
The suit that Keaton made is organic.
I think so. That's what they said.
What?
I hope it's not a Green Lantern thing where it just like it lights up whenever he's running at like the Speed Force or something like that.
Dude, what if they had other superheroes while we didn't know about it? That would be something.
That'd be crazy.
Like some Jay Garrick type stuff or whatever.
I know. It's like, why did they introduce Jay Garrick in the Black Adam movie? Like that would have been perfect for it. If you
would have.
If you do a JSA, like, come on, you got to put him in.
I heard it's a big thing in the comics. Like, I was reading Kingdom Come. They're a big thing.
Like he's the first Flash. So I guess that's why they didn't want to do it, because they want to make Barry Allen the first Flash. But still,
But Jay Garrick was first though.
I know. But I guess in this continuity, they're like, no, we want to make Barry Allen the first Flash. But it's like, all right, whatever. Well, there was also a scene in the Snyder Cut where Aquaman, where you see like his armor and his trident on the ground, and he like walks off into the water. He backs off into
Oh
the water.
yeah.
Because he loses, and instead of just, oh crap, I lost some other box, now I'm gonna team up with that Batman guy, it's probably gonna be like a whole emotional thing where he's like, I failed as Aquaman or whatever, so he throws his armor down, he's like, I don't want any part of it.
Oh.
Someone convinces him that he for the greater good he has to or whatever, and even then it's just more substance to it, where in 2017 he's like, oops, we lost.
Yeah, because I was wondering like where his orange suit went from the Aquaman film. I was like, that's something.
I know in an Aquaman film, he doesn't want to be king. Like he just wants to be. He just wants to do his own thing.
Yeah.
And especially in this Snyder Cut, the same thing. Like he doesn't want to be part of the Justice League. He's like, no, fuck off. Like I just want to be by myself. So I was just like, oh, okay. So it's I guess it just like reinforces this loner type, like Aquaman. Just that he wants to be part. He doesn't want to be part of a team.
Yeah, and I think Zack Snyder's point was that they're all kind of loners.
Yeah.
With Flash, not
Joe
really
is a loner.
making friends. Batman doesn't really talk to anyone but Alfred.
I mean, the fact that you got an older Batman too is like, oh yeah, he definitely a loner. Because if he lost Dick, I mean, come on.
And
the fact that
they didn't announce the Ayer cut.
Yeah, they didn't announce that too.
Because that whole movie was supposed to show a backstory where like Batman's chasing Joker after Robin dies, and he like breaks his teeth, and that's how he gets the grills and the damage tattoo. I mean, I think they're doing it one step at a time. So if this works, then because that's actually what HBO they tweeted. Someone was like, "When are we getting Justice League Part 2?" And they just said one step at a time because
it's not coming.
Yeah, so I think the whole Ayer cut thing will get there because he was really confident that he wrote a really good Joker character, and the one that ended up going to the movie was nothing like what he wanted to do because of studio interference. So I want to see Jared Leto's like actual potential because he was mad too. Like nobody liked that whole situation. The fans were mad. And
Joker was weird to me in that Suicide Squad movie.
I know, and that wasn't
that wasn't his fault though.
I feel because they made him reshoot some of the scenes because they filmed him. It was like almost the same thing with Snyder where he had scenes, but all the ones that made it to the movie were reshot ones after the studio came in and said, actually, we want you to do this with Joker, and it sucked. So, and I did hear that he has a small scene in the Snyder Cut, maybe talking to Lex Luthor in like an after credit, which is like a Legion of Doom type thing.
Yeah, where Deathstroke breaks Lex Luthor out of prison.
Yeah, ooh, Batman versus Deathstroke will be interesting though.
That's what everyone is hoping for. Just like
that has to. And then the Deathstroke, I didn't know the dude. It was the dude that was who was in Spider-Man, the bully.
Oh yeah,
that guy.
Flash Thompson.
That guy.
The Tobey Maguire movie.
He's all big now. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, and the suit and the Deathstroke suit looks badass too.
It does.
It's just like why waste it? Like why waste his character's potential? Just like you have to bring him back, especially when you bring back Ben Affleck for a Flash movie. That's like okay.
Oh, they got to.
Yeah, like, that's telling us like hey, Ben Affleck is interested in coming back to the DC universe now that Zack Snyder is kind of in charge of the whole HBO Max Justice League world. So it's like, why wouldn't you bring him back?
Yeah, I've noticed though, Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton have both been really quiet on this whole thing. Like even after it was big news, they still haven't said anything. Like he made a post when the Snyder Cut was a thing, but for the whole Flash, he just hasn't said anything at all.
Yeah, I guess they want to like keep it low for that movie until we like get to that time, you know.
Yeah, because it is still a really long way to go.
I wonder how long it is.
I think they said they want it to come out in 2022, and that's just, and they want to film early next year.
Yeah.
And that's
good.
even longer wait than
That is true though.
Batman.
No.
Yeah, Cyborg has more meaning in this film. Yeah, he does.
He needs to. I mean, because he deserves it.
Yeah. So in the Flash movie, it's true that Michael Keaton Batman provides Barry with his new suit. Yeah, it's true.
It's awesome. Very awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I was surprised like Ben Affleck wasn't the one who made him his suit.
Yeah, I was like, wait, so Keaton did it, but Affleck did it? Wow.
Yeah, because I was thinking since I thought Ben Affleck would be more the mentor type. I mean, maybe he's got two mentor Batmans. I don't know. That's like
I mean, Keaton could. I don't know if they made it to where like they changed to where Keaton does have different superheroes in this world or not. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Or he could have just gotten smarter over the years and be like, okay, I'll make you a Flash suit, blah blah blah. You know.
I hope it comes out of the ring like the comics. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope Michael Keaton like makes a Flash ring. So then when Flash, like in the comics, he puts his hand out and the suit comes out.
Oh yeah, doesn't Grant Gustin
Oh,
do that?
I do. I remember that. Yeah, that was one of the. I saw that in one of the cartoons, where
Yeah.
it just like, it was in a tiny little ring, and it just, yeah.
It's cool.
I hope that happens. Just like, oh yes, like that's what I want to see. I just hope it's like more, just like more comic accurate, I guess. Just like
Yeah,
just
you
throwing
can
like
say
those little
that.
Easter eggs. Yeah, just throwing like those little Easter eggs here and there would be pretty cool.
Man, I can't wait till I see these movies next year. All these movies coming out 2021.
Oh, it's gonna be
You already know what's on
amazing.
my watch list though. Snyder Cut and the Batman. That's
Yeah,
it for me.
yeah,
That's it.
and that's the thing. Like, if the Snyder Cut is like a big hit on HBO Max, they have to continue that.
Seriously, man.
It's like-
Warner Bros. Gonna be like, oh, well, since it's really, we don't want to see it because we want to do more stuff. And I'm like, no, shut up.
We want to make a Birds
Continue
of
with-
Prey too.
No.
Oh my god. Oh
Hey,
no.
you know
The
what's
fact
funny?
that they turned down the pitch for Man of Steel 2, but said, okay, let's full produce that for
I know it's just
Birds
like,
of Prey. Why did they feel that was a safer bet? Like,
It's not.
it's so. It was.
They
so
had to rename
low.
the title. They literally had to name
Yeah.
it Harley Quinn Birds of Prey instead of just Birds of Prey. Like,
because
come on.
nobody knew what it was. It had a stupid title too. The Birds of
Oh,
Prey
I
and
was
the
so mad when I
fan-
saw that. I
yeah,
was
the-
like,
Fantabulous. Oh man.
Emancipation or whatever.
What is this? It's just like,
and
why would you name it?
I don't even know why. And the way they framed it was Birds of Prey and Harley Quinn, when Harley Quinn was the main character and Birds of Prey were like side characters.
Yeah.
So Harley
And-
Quinn and the Birds of Prey makes more sense anyway.
Yeah, and the general audience don't know who the Birds of Prey are. Like we know because we're comic book fans, but they don't know Black Canary. They don't know Huntress. Just like, it was just a bad idea from the start.
And the
movie
tone was like, oh, you can go.
No, what were you saying?
Oh, I was saying the tone, it was like half realistic, half comic booky, to where, like, I didn't expect Black Canary to do that scream thing at the end after it felt really grounded, and then I'm like, that just doesn't fit at all.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
like,
so
where
what-
did that come from?
The
Why'd
movie was
she
bad, pretty much. Right?
I mean, it made me laugh when I saw it in the theaters, and the action was well done, but it just felt like it wasn't really needed. Like,
Yeah.
I'd make other movies first, basically.
okay. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, you don't have to. That's the thing. Like, it was funny, but like, it didn't need to be there. I mean, I would have made the entire Justice League arc before, if I were Warner Bros, before I produced this. But I mean, I guess that's what they did.
It's just like it's inconsequential to like the DC continuity. It's just like, okay, it's there, whatever. It's like I'm actually more interested in Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad. Like, what do you think of the Suicide Squad behind the scenes footage?
They got more people. I see.
I know they got
like
20
John
people
Cena.
now.
Oh my god.
I hope they kill him off.
Yeah. He seems too cocky in a way. And he's too cocky.
I hope they kill him off real quick.
Yeah, and then they got Idris Elba. I'm like, what?
I think
It's like,
he's supposed to be Deadshot because they couldn't get Will Smith to come back or something.
yeah.
Oh my god.
But
What?
yeah, and the fact that they had like a king shark in the movie, you're just like, wow, it's like that's pretty cool because I like king shark. So it's
Yeah,
like,
he's a cool
Yeah,
dude.
and he was on the Flash, but he didn't look that good. I mean, the model, like,
It's
it
cringe.
looked like King Shark, but the way they made it, it looked like Steppenwolf, like a PS2 character.
Cool Boy 895, and there was no Oracle. You can't have Birds of Prey without Oracle. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that is true. I saw her in that. Yeah, I know.
There's way more of the Birds of Prey, though. There's supposed to be a Catwoman in the Birds of Prey.
Oh, they
Like,
definitely threw it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that they haven't even introduced the Barbara Gordon in the DC universe. So,
And Catwoman. I noticed that.
oh yeah,
there's
there's no
not a
Catwoman.
DC.
Huh?
There's like no Poison Ivy, at least in the DCEU with Ben Affleck's. Like, there's no Catwoman.
Yeah, that's what I was
there's
saying.
no
Like in the
Poison
Ben
Ivy.
Affleck part of the universe. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's like none of that. I guess they exist, but we don't know.
Yeah, because they mentioned the Penguin in Batman versus Superman. Like, so I think they're just implying that all of the comic Batman characters like were there at some point, but now he's old and maybe not all of them are still active or whatever. But
yeah. And there's an Arkham Asylum. He mentions Arkham Asylum, so that's where you.
Oh yeah, you gotta
imagine.
have that.
Yeah. So you imagine that's where all the villains, Batman villains, are.
Yeah, because unless they started with a young Ben Affleck, then we probably wouldn't have seen any of these villains at this point because he's just he's more towards the later part of his career. So I think they're just implying that all that Batman history happened at one point.
Yeah.
So I mean, unless they start making actual like a show with him. But again, I think they're taking their time, making sure that things work out with the Flash and Justice League first before they. Yeah,
I think Justice League is gonna be a big hit. I think so.
It has to be big.
I hope so.
They should do some sort of limited theater release thing where they have it for like 2 weeks, maybe.
And you know it's short. Like the prices, they send like for AMC. They're paying like for all the shows for 15 cents.
Oh, but that's a 4-hour long theater movie. I don't know if they do that too.
Yeah, that's true.
But the fact that they're doing like they're cutting it into episodes, like episode 1, 2, you could show episode 1 in IMAX or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe
or split it up into a part 1 and part 2, since it'd be the first Justice League. I mean, the 2017 one was like exactly 2 hours long.
Yeah.
So if DC feels comfortable, like that's a good runtime. They did the same thing with Joker. So if they think that's the sweet spot for a runtime, then they could just have the first 2 episodes combined and then the next 2.
That'd be pretty cool. I would love to see that.
I'm surprised it's 4 hours because he even said like, we think it's going to be around 3.5, but it could be more. And now that means during this whole thing, he added another half hour of footage.
Yeah, and he's shooting a digital photography too, because he hasn't shot the Martian Manhunter scene yet.
Oh wow. Yeah, I want to see how he's gonna look in the movie. He might look way more badass in the CW one.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I have no doubt he's gonna look way better than CW.
Yeah,
it's like
have you guys seen the CW Batman that they're gonna have in the next Batwoman season?
Huh?
They showed like a side angle of him because they've got it.
He was Hush.
He was like overseas or something, and he disappeared, and that's why Kate Kane is there. But they showed like we know who's going to be playing him, and if that's what if they made CW Superman the way they did, then CW Batman, I'm not.
Yeah.
I have no faith in CW.
Yeah, there's no more humanity in that universe no more. It's just gone.
it's just garbage. It's like
It's like
no.
family television that
Yeah.
it's like it's so formulaic.
Yeah, it's just it's all the same. It's all bland. It's all like this forced political humor in it. It's just
And
like
oh yeah, even
Ugh.
in
Too
the
much,
Flash,
man.
they'll drive that home.
Oh
and,
my
like,
god. Oh, this old busty white me. I'm like, come on, dude.
and apparently in the Flash show, like everyone has powers now.
oh, there's so like it was iconic that it was Flash and Reverse Flash, and now
Yeah.
everybody can run fast. All
Yeah.
the villains can run fast. All the heroes. they'll even make like Iris run fast, or like his daughter, and then they'll bring in alternate people that can run fast.
It's just like
It's
it's
they
just
had a
bad.
they have another villain that can run fast too, because there was Zoom and there was Reverse Flash, and now they're
Godspeed.
doing this guy named Godspeed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Yeah, I forgot. Was it the other one? Was it Savitar or something like that?
Yeah, Savitar.
Like that big metallic villain.
Yeah,
like,
he was basically Barry, like a different.
oh yeah, he was. Yeah, I forgot
And
about
so
that.
Messed
was
up
Zoom.
face.
Zoom was like an alternate
Yeah.
Jay Garrick, I think,
Yeah,
or an
he looked,
alternate.
he looked pretty cool though. Zoom, I like
Yeah,
that design.
he looked good as an actor.
Oh, and Reverse Flash was supposed to be in Crisis. They showed him in a Crisis trailer, and I'm guessing they had no choice but to scrap that too, because money. Because that whole Crisis, there was so much that the writers said they wanted to do, but they just couldn't. So instead, they put in that giant teddy bear or whatever.
Which was so stupid.
I was so lost, because I'm like, okay, this is the final episode. They beat the
For
bad
real?
guy. I'm like, this is episode 5. They beat the bad guy. What is this whole entire next 40 minutes going to be about? And they're chasing down this teddy bear through the city. And I'm like, what happened to the everything, the stakes, and it just didn't make any. I don't know. I would have just left it at episode 4.
I think the problem with the CW shows is they have too many episodes. It's just like if they just had like maybe like 13 or maybe 10, like it will like cut out the fat and just like get to like the main
You can say
points.
that about so much, because the Lucifer shows are better when it's like 8 to 10 episodes, or like 12.
Yeah.
Versus when you've got like 20 to like 30, there's just so much filler and just throwaway content that
it just doesn't work. It's just like
yeah.
Do you think in a Snyder Cut we're gonna get like a glimpse of like Reverse Flash? Because we haven't heard anything from like the villain side of the
You know
Flash.
what? I hope they do get a Reverse Flash, because I mean they haven't shown him yet, and Barry exists in the DCU, so I would go for it.
What about a Supergirl? Because remember that one shot where it showed the hologram?
Yeah, I saw that.
And
I thought
the boots looked like thinner. The boots,
Yeah.
and the pattern of like
the
leg, it didn't look like a Superman suit.
Yeah, I have a theory about Supergirl that I hope it comes true. Since in the history lesson that takes place 1,000 years ago, and the fact that the pod ship, carrot ship, landed 1,000 years ago, I'm thinking like she fought with the Thanagarians, the Lanterns, to fight Darkseid, but she lost, and instead of Darkseid killing her, he basically takes her under his wing and fucking tortures her, like mind controls her, and like basically she's part of Darkseid's female furies.
Oh yeah, I remember that in the animation.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And maybe like at the end we get a glimpse of this blonde hair girl.
What happened?
Yeah, I heard him cut off.
Is he muted?
I don't know. I remember once I was.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we're here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you muted? Oh.
Well, welcome to the Truth Cast with Ethan, Ray, and Jay.
That was that was happening to me though, because I had to come back out and
I
come
know.
back
I
in.
saw you weren't there.
Oh, there you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Did you hear him?
You didn't hear me all this time.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm thinking like Supergirl is part of Darkseid's army. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's something I would want to see. Hopefully, it comes true. I don't know if they would do that or not.
Yeah.
Just like
Oh, and then they mentioned that they want to do a Static Shock movie.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's in like development or something. That's what I saw.
that'd be pretty cool.
It would.
Like Static Shock is a character like nobody really knows about that well. And I know he had like an animated series.
Yeah, I saw that.
But he's a pretty cool character.
It was on Disney though.
Yeah, it was.
That's weird. That is so weird. Dude, it was on. I remember it was on Disney XD because every time I would go there and I would like switch to the channels on at night, it would be on Disney XD at night. Like, come on.
It's funny because like Static Shock could be like sort of like Marvel's Miles Morales, just like DC version.
Oh yeah, in a way.
I mean, like even though it's like his power set is kind of corny because he rides like a trash can lid, like that's his he uses that like a surfboard. I'm just like, okay, this is kind of weird.
And the name Static Shock sounds kind of
Corny.
Goofy.
comic booky, yeah.
But again, if it's done well, if the character is like written well and the action looks pretty cool,
Yeah.
it could work. I don't know if they're gonna set it in like the DCEU continuity or it's gonna be like its own thing.
Or DC universe like Titans in them maybe.
Oh yeah, that's true. But if they're doing a movie,
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, they gotta.
Yeah. But if they're doing a TV show, then you could probably put it in like in the HBO Max series because that DC universe, like that app is dead. They're not gonna use that DC universe anymore.
Yeah, I think that was. I don't know why they did that.
Did what?
The whole DC Universe app because.
Oh yeah, that wasn't going nowhere.
Because it's such like a niche app, like just for DC
it's
fans.
Like paying an entire. Because the thing about HBO Max is it's got so much more on there, and DC is just a small slice of what they've got on there. And I mean, they're putting a lot of money into the DC stuff, but there's also. It's like if you've seen all the DC stuff, there's still other stuff to watch. Whereas on DC Universe, you pay for this subscription to watch like Superman the movie, and you look around and there's just like old cartoons, and you're like, why am I paying like $10 a month for this?
But I guess it's a win-win for the shows to be on HBO Max because now they're gonna have a lot more viewers to watch it. It's like,
like worldwide, like that's the main focus too. Because like on the DC app, it was just it was only in the US. They're saying,
and then all they had was like Titans and the Harley Quinn show, which
and Doom Patrol.
Yeah, Doom Patrol. I heard that's good. I haven't. Is not good.
Well, my friend said it was really good and I should give it a chance. And he's like, I have a group chat with some of my friends to talk about superhero stuff, and he was like, guys, look, I know that the CW stuff is cheesy, but you should look at Doom Patrol. It's pretty good. And I looked at a clip for Doom Patrol, and it just looked like CW quality to me. And Ray Fisher, though, he likes it because he said that the Cyborg on there is also pretty good. But every time I look at a clip of that show, it doesn't look interesting to me. It just looks cheesy. Like,
I noticed that some clips
in the Crisis, they're all dancing. In that ending clip, I'm like, that's Doom Patrol. That's what you want me to watch.
Like it just looks so weird. Just like, what is this?
And I thought that'd be part of the. They should have made that on the same Earth as Titans, because then they could have had a DC universe, but on two different Earths. That it doesn't even allow them to cross over.
Yeah, it's just like it just doesn't work. it's again.
It was a mistake.
It's funny because like I've seen like the first 2 seasons of Arrow. I don't know if you guys watched the first 2 seasons of Arrow.
Yeah.
Like I actually love those first 2 seasons. I thought like those were like the best that CW has to offer. And the first season of The Flash was awesome. I loved it. But again, it's just like I don't know what it is.
They run out of ideas.
It's just
it loses
like momentum or steam or something. I don't know what. I don't know what goes on.
I looked at the wage of CW staff writers, and I mean, it makes sense. They don't. I would put, if you put more money into the writing, you're gonna get more money back from viewers watching it. Right? That's kind of how investment works.
Yeah.
If you put less money into it, you'll get less money from it. So
makes a lot of sense. Too, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I'm because I'm watching Smallville, and
that's
because I know I was interested. Yeah, CW before all the
Yeah.
Supergirl and all that, and political fun stuff and all that crap. I'm looking at it, because it's a different Superman story, and with them not becoming Superman yet until like the final episode of the final season, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. So far it's good in a way. It has its moments, but it's good.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with Smallville. Like some again, I think it just ran on for too long.
Yeah,
like, if they would have had maybe like a 5-season arc, that would have been perfect for him to finally.
They got 11 seasons.
I know. I was just like, good luck.
I'm on the 8th one,
and he doesn't even put the suit on.
No, and he doesn't even do it for Crisis either. They begged him, and he was like, "No."
Fan service.
He did this whole thing where he was like, "No, I think the Superman suit is like cursed or something," so he doesn't want to put it on. And they asked him to come back too after, like for episodes 4 and 5, and he's like, "No, I don't want to put the suit on." I did. Like he said, the only reason he did Crisis is because he saw the script and it was him just on a farm, and that was the reason why he did it.
Yeah.
What was the point of even putting them in it then?
I know.
It's just like I don't know.
I mean, they did good with the Routh one until they killed him off, and
which is so stupid.
Yeah, but at least he wanted to be a part of it,
Yeah,
he wanted to, because he said that he understands that there's fans that love his character, so he wanted to like honor them and give them something that they wanted to see.
Ralph.
Okay, yeah, good, yeah.
But with Tom Welling, it's like the fans are like, he's the best Superman. We want to see more of him. And he's like, no,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Didn't you guys get 11 seasons?
Oh my god! And then they got the comics.
Oh yeah.
They put the suit on him in the comics.
Just like ugh. But at least we got Brandon Routh, and the fact that people like gravitated towards him, and he's like the best thing to come out of Crisis.
It's Reed Superman. Come on, and then they kill him off like.
Yeah, and then he comes in just the fly at the camera, and he zooms back out. And for that yellow, I heard was actually added in post. So when he shot that, it was the same black suit too.
Yeah,
interesting.
Oh my god, man! I told Truth this so many times, man. I can't stress it enough. I just can't.
I just want him. I just want his own show. That's all. Yeah. That's all I want. Just give me his own show, and we can have like multiple Superman, because we got so much Batman content.
Like,
need some Superman content.
This is what I was saying. I was saying, look, if there's people that don't like Cavill Superman, then they can watch Raw Superman. If there's people that don't like Raw
nobody is against the Reeve Superman. It's like,
yeah, some people don't care about him, but others like him.
Yeah.
The point they made on the multiverse panel was you can please everyone this way, because if you don't like an interpretation, you don't have to pick and choose. Like you can just like the ones that you do, and then the other ones, other fans they're all canon,
Yeah.
give him a shot. You know, I mean, come on,
Exactly.
dude.
And do you think like there's any like possibility that maybe they had talks with Ralph to do a Superman movie, but like Cavill,
Now
not
that post
but now that
Ethan
Cavill's
show,
like Superman, that he's like, no, I want to be like the only Superman in the movies.
I don't think he'd say that. That's really that'd be. I wouldn't be happy. Like if Henry straight up said no, only me. Because I don't know if I sent you this, but there's old footage, or at least they're just old pictures where Henry and Brandon Routh both tried out. Like they both
Yeah.
auditioned for an old Superman movie in 2002, and they both put on the same suit. So there's like shots of Henry wearing it and Brandon.
Yeah.
So it's like they've both been trying to be Superman since 2002.
and look where Apple got him at now.
Yeah, and they both are Superman.
Fuck Tyler
So,
for one.
and
Get him out of
Henry,
here.
they asked Henry what's his favorite of the other actors, and he just gave this statement of, oh, I like what they all do for, like, they've each got their own spin on it or something.
Yeah.
The fact that Tyler's though is a spinoff from Supergirl, that just goes to show you why it doesn't, have that
Yeah.
touch. Just the character's just not that important to me.
Yeah. And they treat the character like he's not important anyway. So why should we care about him?
Yeah,
'Cause
and it's called Superman Lois. You already know who's gonna be saving his ass.
it's gonna be the Lois show. That's it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Lois, just like the other one. It's just gonna be a Lois show.
And I wouldn't even be that. And what makes it worse though is that her Lois isn't that, like, when I was watching Crisis, the way she like delivered the lines, I felt like it wasn't the best Lois either. So, like, I've watched that Superman versus Superman scene with Routh and Tyler like probably like a dozen times, because, and every single time when I hear her and she's like, I don't know, they both aren't the best versions of Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
It's not. It's really not. And plus, she's older than him in real life. So it's like, the hell?
Who's your favorite Lois? Who do you think
Margaret Kidder.
That's your favorite Lois?
Yeah, because, like, I don't know if you guys knew, but she actually, like, it was in an interview that she had bipolar disorder, and that she was always, being called out by the media, the press, and, that's why they actually, like, found her, to play the role for Lois, because, she's good for that, media type character, And that's how it actually turned out to be her getting the role. Like, seriously.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I give her respect for that, man. I really do.
What about you, Ethan? Who's your favorite Lois?
I mean, I guess her, because her and the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2, it was basically Lois straight out of the comics. Like, she had the reporter side to her, but like it was kind of just like a really accurate Lois Lane.
Yeah, it really felt accurate, to be honest.
And it was weird watching Superman Returns, and that actress looked way younger when time went by, and her hair color was different. Like, that kind of took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah, like the whole thing was weird.
With Kidder, she was more adventurous with her job, and what you see in the animation, she was kind of like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, since we're breaking down DC Fandom, do we want to talk about the video games too? Because those were two big announcements as well.
Oh yeah, Gotham Knights. Yeah. You want to start with Gotham Knights first?
Yeah. I think it has potential, but I've heard a lot of people saying that they really don't care about it at all, because they feel like the Robins are like the less interesting characters, and they'd rather just be playing as Batman. But I don't really. I think they can pull it off, because if they write it well enough to where they build up this whole feeling of they're trying to live up to his legacy and keep the city safe while he's not there, I think that could be interesting because the villains are also supposed to be more aggressive, so they have to prove themselves.
Yeah.
And I liked the studio also made Arkham Origins, and I thought that was a really good game. So, I think it'll be good. But I haven't seen as much praise for it out of all of the DC Fandom announcements.
Yeah, it's funny because like it seems like the Gotham Knights and the Rocksteady game are like they're almost like the same game, just like with different characters.
And they're both continuation of
the
Arkham series.
It's just weird.
So Batman's not going to be I mean, he's supposed to be dead. I think didn't they show that he faked his death in Arkham Knight?
Yeah,
I think he's trying to lay low, is what I'm guessing.
It's probably gonna live to the Beyond adaptation, which I would really love to see.
Yeah, it could be cool. As far as like Gotham Knights, like I don't know, I wasn't like over the moon about it. Like,
because
it looks cool.
I mean, Nightwing isn't really or Batgirl isn't really as interesting as Batman to me, but I think there's potential that they could pull it off because like the Tim Drake Robin in Arkham Knight was okay, but I mean there's always room to improve, so I'm not gonna be pessimistic about it before I know if like the story's gonna be good or anything.
It seems like I think I'm assuming the most fun out of this game is gonna have is from the multiplayer, like the co-op.
Yeah. And I think that's the same for both of them.
Yeah,
they're both co-op. I think you're right. They do both feel like kind of the same game.
It's just like weird. It's just like very weird because I thought WB Montreal was gonna make a Batman game with the Court of Owls.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a prequel maybe to Arkham Knight where he's taking down the corruption in Gotham and everything.
Yeah.
So like with the Suicide Squad Killer Justice League, that's actually in the Arkham universe?
Yeah.
How? Wait.
Both the games are, they said.
That's how they're gonna do it?
Yeah, because they're Warner Brothers canceled the Rocksteady Superman game, so now they're just making a game with Superman in it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say nothing.
And it's weird.
From the people that made Arkham Asylum making a Superman game, you know that it's in good hands.
Yeah,
it's in good hands. My God, why they do it? Look, all they could have done was like made a Superman game, and I don't know if it would be in the Arkham universe or not, but it would have been something everybody will pay most of their attention to, for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, they mentioned him in Arkham Knight briefly, so it's like they were trying to tease that that's where they're gonna go with it. But again, Warner Bros. Back in the day, I mean, it was 2015.
They hate Superman.
It's probably honestly just a numbers thing too, because they do play favorites with Batman.
Yeah.
But also, it was the same thing with Superman Returns. It's just they look at the numbers. Since Arkham Knight kind of underperformed compared to like people loved the other ones better, so they're like, we're gonna stop the train tracks here.
Yeah,
they do that with everything. If it doesn't meet precisely what they wanted, they'll just stop the entire creative vision.
Yeah,
regardless of what the fans think. People wanted to see. What were you gonna say?
No, I was saying pretty much Batman was in the Justice League during the time of the Arkham games, which is crazy.
Yeah,
that's true.
I still can't believe, because I remember I think they teased Shazam in one of the games.
Yeah, and it's weird that Rocksteady is doing a Suicide Squad game where it was WB Montreal that introduced the Suicide Squad in Batman Arkham Origins. So you would think that would be Montreal will be doing the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah, and
Rocksteady
the
would
one
do
that's
Batman.
actually a sequel to Arkham Knight, the one that they made, you'd think would be Rocksteady,
Yeah.
but instead they're giving it to the Origin Studio. But
I don't know, man. They should have just
And I think
stopped the
that
train track.
wasn't there supposed to be Montreal was working on the Batman game, but it was going to be Damian Wayne, and that's what I heard. But they canceled that. They pulled the plug on that.
With Damien?
Yeah,
because he would have been more violent though, because he doesn't have the same principles that Bruce has about how being traumatized about murder, because he grew up around murder all the time being in the league. So he would have been like, man, that would be a cool Batman.
Have a Batman that kills.
Wait a minute. The fact that
But
he
he's
actually
young too.
he became. I remember in the deceased comics, Batman died, so it got passed on to Damien. Now that is something I would want to read right there.
That'd be really cool.
Really, it would. He'd be like Batman to kill. By then, I want to see that.
Oh yeah, but I think the plan was for the story to take place in the future, and for Damian Wayne to be an older version. So, and that was the plan. So I was just
Wow.
that would have been an interesting story to tell. I honestly, I think I would have preferred that than the Gotham Knights. At least the Damian Wayne would have been a lot more interesting.
Honestly, the Bat family, I mean, my friends kind of got a point. Unless they can prove to us that they can write these characters to where we'll care about them, they're definitely not as interesting as playing as Batman or Damian would be cool, because I mean, there's so much, like, I don't even know how Batgirl can even walk.
Yeah, they didn't even explain that. She was in a wheelchair in the Arkham game.
They have to explain that at least.
They have to. That wouldn't make no sense.
Yeah, and there's a lot actually of plot holes that my friends pointed out with this whole Gotham Knights game. Like, the whole point of the way they left off Arkham Knight was that the legacy of Batman is what keeps goons off the street or whatever.
Yeah,
like thugs. Because there would be, I don't know how he did it, but there was like they showed that in one of the endings.
Yeah.
But in this one, they said that because he's gone, they're even more active with their crimes, which is like the opposite of what they said.
I don't know why they did that. I thought they were going to Beyond route after that ending.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that would have been way better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I thought Jason Todd was a villain in Arkham Knight.
Yeah, because he kind of
was.
redeemed himself, but how do you go from like evil mastermind murderer to goody two shoes Batman successor vigilante that's trying to
That didn't make no
uphold the
sense.
law?
So he
And
became Arkham Knight to Red Hood.
And the character design for Red Hood, he has a scar. Like, how do you get that scar on his face? He has the white streak of hair. I'm just like, he didn't have that in Arkham Knight. He was a tortured soul in Arkham Knight.
Both these games, I feel like, have been full of plot holes.
Yeah.
Like for these new trailers, because there's so many things where it just contradicts where Arkham Knight left off. Like, I mean, I don't know how Deadshot changed his entire nationality and like
Oh my God, he's black. Like, come on, dude. They keep doing this. I know with the whole diversity thing, yes, I understand it, but come on, man. Stick with what y'all had. Like, literally, stick with
You're confusing the audience.
Literally.
Yeah, if they would have just said like this is its own thing, like that would have. I was like, okay, we get it. But the fact that you said it's a continuation of the Arkham series, like, what timeline is this?
Yeah, I don't get it. And then are they even going to mention the events of Suicide Squad in the Gotham Knights? Because it's kind of weird that Brainiac is invading the Earth.
True. That's another thing.
While the Bat family is just messing around fighting some owl people.
It just makes no sense.
Where are they?
Yeah,
because if Brainiac is invading the world, wouldn't they have to like help out because it's gonna come like everywhere, especially Gotham? Like it
Why
has to
wouldn't
spread.
Batman come out of hiding to save the world?
Yeah.
Because they
Wouldn't make
said they
no
didn't
sense.
want him to. They're still going with the whole he's supposed to be dead thing, which is weird to me because Arkham Knight kind of told us that he wasn't. But okay.
Yeah, I don't think he is. He really not.
I mean, if Superman's gone evil, Batman would be the first person to throw hands, and instead he's still
Get that
nowhere to be
mega suit.
found.
Yeah.
Get that mega suit.
Batman would even he'd team up with the Suicide Squad at that point if Superman's gone evil, because that was like his biggest fear. So where is he at all? I mean, maybe that's part of the story that he shows up because Rocksteady, Batman was their thing. But if not, I'm gonna be so confused.
Yeah.
It just makes zero sense. I'm just like, what? I don't know if they had conversations with each other or what, but like the continuity is all over the place.
I thought they was
like-
gonna come out with an Injustice 3 game. That was what I was waiting for.
I was waiting for that too. I was like, oh, that would have been cool.
Because I got 1 and 2, and I finished both of them, so I'm waiting for a 3.
Yeah, and I got that kind of vibes from when I saw Brainiac, because that was like the whole thing about Injustice 2, but maybe
Like,
that's
Talking about it.
I don't know.
like that would have been cool. It's just like, ugh. But what I like about the fact that the movies, like Walter Hamada, he said that they were gonna do like Elseworld stories. So
Oh
that's
yeah, he did say that.
yeah. So that's I'm
Like a
hoping
red
like
sun.
yeah, I'm hoping like they would do like a deceased type story or an injustice type story.
Oh, do the Injustice.
That'd be
Gotta do that first.
When I heard that though, I kind of got a little salty because when they were mentioning doing Red Sun, if we get a Red Sun movie before any of these other Superman projects I've talked about,
Yeah,
bro, I don't want to see Communist Superman before I see Michael B. Jordan in the suit or anything. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Or Routh. Like, it just feels so random, and I do that afterwards. Like, put the cool projects first and then start. I don't know. Red Sun, I didn't see the animated movie, but I've never really been as interested with. I mean, I guess it's kind of a cool idea, but how he still is a good person. But then who would play Superman in that? I mean,
Henry Cavill.
oh, and then Ben Affleck. Oh, 'cause Ben Affleck would be the cold winter Batman. That'd actually be kind of cool to see. And then Wonder Woman's also in Red Sun too. So if you just got the entire DCEU to play the Red Sun counterpart, that I would watch that. But if they made it sort of like a lower budget, like
CW.
yeah, if they made a CW like hour and a half long Red Sun movie where
cool.
it just feels cheap, I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, I wonder if the future DC movies with like Aquaman, is that going to be in the same continuity as this Justice League? It's just like I don't know, or is it going to be
Wait,
or is it going to be in the continuity, or is it going to be in the same continuity as Justice League?
They're not in the same continuity?
I don't know, bro. So what Zach said is everything after that came out after the 2017 one is in that universe, and then everything going forwards is going to be in its own. So that's weird to me. Wait, hold on. Then how are they making Aquaman 2?
Yeah,
it's confusing because the whole Justice League thing just like
fucked up everything.
I know they
really
took the DCU and put it in a cheese grater to now it's all over the place, and you don't know which storyline's part of what.
Because I'm wondering, if everything goes well, right? Let's say Snyder because the big hit, and Ben Affleck comes back to do Justice League 2 to finish off his arc, and everyone knows he dies. So what happens to the DCEU Batman? Are they gonna continue without a Batman in that universe, or
that's
they just
weird.
get that's where I'm just or are they just gonna end it?
How about they just can have it to where Snyder's cut Aquaman and all the movies after Justice League be in the DCU continuity.
Yeah, I don't know why he said it like that because I don't see why Aquaman would like contradict Justice League. Because in the Aquaman movie, all he does is he briefly mentions how he fought Steppenwolf.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mess anything up. Why not
No.
just keep that in the same? I don't know. Why would you split the DCEU in half?
It wouldn't help them. It really wouldn't.
Yeah,
I know people are already confused as to what is tied with what. So
because it seems like the Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max, that's going to be its own little pocket thing where Snyder can do whatever he wants with these characters. But then you also have the big screen, which I'm sure they're going to do their own thing with the same character.
But why? Just keep it all together.
Just keep it all the same.
Yeah.
Just keep it on the same one. Because you got the ones like Titans on that DCU, and then you got DCEU. You might as well want to keep all the Snyder stuff in one continuity of the DCEU like that. Plain and simple.
It will definitely be interesting. Cool Boy. I would not want to see Michael B. Jordan as Superman. Would rather have an Icon movie. An Icon movie? What do you mean?
Icon movie?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
So just to clarify, my Michael B. Jordan Superman thing, he wouldn't be Kal-El, he'd be Calvin Ellis.
Yeah.
So it'd be an Elseworlds thing to where it's not changing the character; he's just playing a different one. So
what about Val Zod?
Oh, that's another. There's two.
True.
There's Calvin Ellis and Val Zod. He could play either of them. I don't know which one he pitched, but he did pitch one of them to Warner Bros. It would just be for a movie or something. Just one spinoff. The same way they made Joker a spinoff. Just one movie where it's him as Superman, where they can do whatever they want.
Or could they make it an HBO Max though?
Yeah, I'd rather have that before Red Son.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a Henry Cavill Superman movie before any of this.
True.
That's true. They need to have a Man of Steel too, man.
I know. Just like I don't know what they're waiting for. Well, I know Henry Cavill's doing The Witcher, but
I mean, I also know they keep trying to both Shazam 2 and Black Adam keep talking about Superman.
And secret cameos.
I know. They were like so obvious with it. It was like, okay, well, Superman's gonna be Shazam 2.
Yeah, but which one is he gonna be in both, or how's this gonna happen? Maybe he's gonna be in Shazam 2 and then Black Adam 2. So Black Adam 1 is gonna focus on the JSA.
Probably, yeah, most likely. Yeah, I think Superman's gonna be in Shazam Part 2.
Yeah, because why would he be in the first one to have lunch with him and be like, okay, so you can fly and stuff and you've got all this powers, but I'm not going to keep an eye on you or anything? Like, the whole point of the Justice League was like, they want to make sure that superheroes are like registered so they're not just running around like, because Shazam obviously wasn't that careful because he was like exploding like random buses and
Yeah.
So I don't think he'd just be like, okay, you have the same exact powers as me, and I'm just gonna have lunch with you and then just say goodbye.
Yeah. Icon from Milestones Media. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah, that's one of the Static Shock, right?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I would love to see that.
It'd probably be on another Earth, I bet.
Yeah, it would.
Or you can put it on the CW. You can do that.
Oh no.
I can see them do that. Put Static Shock on the CW.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I don't want to see anything else on the CW.
If they're gonna do that, just stick with the cartoon.
And that's another thing they announced was Justice League Dark. I thought they were gonna have an announcement for that.
Oh yeah, because J.J. Abrams has this whole like he wants Keanu Reeves back as Constantine.
They've been talking about that a lot. Like a lot of rumors.
Yeah.
Hopefully that happens.
And the whole Zatanna TV show or movie.
No Emilia Clarke though.
No Emilia Clarke.
I looked at her too. I looked at her as a as a person. Like I'm looking at her face. I'm like, you ain't got it. You ain't got it. I mean, they could go with like a Megan Fox.
No.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I was just playing. But who do you think though? Who do you think would be a good pick?
I don't know.
I think you said somebody. I think it was Alexandra Daddario or something like that from your other video.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's
Yeah,
pretty
you
good as
said that.
Satana.
Yeah, she got the eyes.
Oh yeah, and she's hot too. So,
Mm-hmm.
but that'd be pretty good. Or
And
or,
she
or
got the
just get
hair.
or you could just get a Ben Affleck's girlfriend and the arm.
Oh my God! Stop
She could be
playing,
Satana.
man.
And the studio can always, the way that they do hair and makeup, I think they can make anyone look like Satana. To be honest, so I'm not that
Yeah.
worried. Like, the movie departments are if it's as long as it's not CW and they've got good money, they can make really really impressive stuff. Like the way that they turned skinny Colin Farrell or whatever
Yeah.
into the actual Penguin.
I didn't even recognize him at first.
I know.
Me neither. I thought that was another character.
I
And
was like,
Bruce Wayne
wow.
looks so different with like the black eyes. It's like if you give that kind of costume quality to literally anything, it'd turn out well. And that's why for Crisis they gave they gave a movie studio to do the Kingdom Come suit.
Yeah.
So that's why it looked so much better than Tyler's suit.
Yeah,
Cool.
because then you say the
they
sorry.
had CW quality for that one.
Yeah. Cool boy. Just checked, and Gotham Knights is not part of the Arkham universe.
Are you
Mm?
sure? I
Are
don't,
you sure?
because the whole I don't know, because the whole thing is he was like, if you're watching this, I'm dead. I blew up the Batcave, and that kind
Yeah,
of sounded exactly like the end
that's
of.
Arkham Knight.
Yeah, that happened in Arkham Knight. He blew the whole.
And then like one of the lead designers say that this is part of the Arkham continuity.
And they said that for Rocksteady too. So
Yeah. I don't know, cool boy.
I mean, maybe they're saying like it's a loose following of it because that explains a lot of how it doesn't feel like it follows the events at all. But
It really, I don't know, man.
there's so many. I don't get how Red Hood turns from that evil mastermind to I'm gonna be a superhero.
It makes like those. It's like a
He goes
180.
from murdering people to working with the police as a Batman successor.
Yeah, and he hates Batman, so why would he team up with him?
Yeah,
And
because
That
he
makes no
saved
sense.
him, but he was like still edgy about it. Where he's like,
and he disappeared at the end of the game.
yeah. So why would he go to Alfred's manor or whatever and be like, hey, I'm gonna join you guys, Bat family?
It just like makes no sense.
They would just throw something in there just to make it a game.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how the whole thing with how Batman, the legacy of him was supposed to keep people off the streets, and then now they're all super violent, taking the advantage of how he's not there. Like that just contradicts Arkham Knight. So
Yeah,
I really thought they were going to Beyond right after the Arkham Knight though, because it
I
looked the
know
ending like
that
showed
would have
it.
been cool.
Like, they
that would be
showed
cool.
it.
Terry
They literally
McGinnis
showed
taking
it.
on the Court of Owls.
And my sister was saying like the gas or whatever
Yeah, like
the thing that Bruce had got in his body or something that was like I think killing him or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the one Scarecrow had. That gas.
yeah, because he
gas.
could modify it to be
I think. Yeah, because I think that's what was used in that Batman scene at the end.
Yeah,
I was thinking like Terry had did it or whatever.
That would be cool.
It would.
because that way he doesn't even have to do that much work. You just throw down a gas pellet, and they're like they see you as this big demon, and they basically fall on the ground and crumble, and all you have to do is put handcuffs on them. Oh, I was thinking if Batman used pepper spray, imagine how much easier his job would be. Like if it came out of his wrist, and every time he punches someone, and then they're down, because with pepper spray, you're like on the ground, you can't see or move or anything. He'd take them down so fast instead of having to put that much work into hitting them. If he just had this kind of I mean, there's a lot of ways he could take him down way faster than using his fists. I don't know.
That would be pretty cool.
Maybe he likes to punch him. I don't know.
But maybe he could like Robert Pattinson punch him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just fucking
Dude.
destroy him.
I'm gonna just go back and watch.
I heard like the sounds he made when his fist was hitting his face at the end. It's like something's breaking there.
Yeah. No, guess, dude. I showed it to my mom, and because I told her like he's Batman, and I showed her like that scene. She was like, like she got scared. I scared her with the scene, man.
And do you think there's gonna be like a scene in the movie where like he accidentally kills a guy?
Dude,
Oh, crap,
you know what?
Matt Reeves said something like that.
Yeah, it might happen because it happened with all the other Batmans. It might as well.
Because he was like, what if he doesn't know his own limits and he goes a little too violent in the beginning? Is what Matt Reeves was trying to say.
That'd be crazy. I was
I mean,
like,
the dude was beating shit out of that man. Like, it sounded like his jawbone, his nose.
It was like there was a mix of crunch and like mush, and it's like his face was getting destroyed.
All of his bone structure was getting boned, man.
His
That's
face
what it
wouldn't look like
sounded
a face anymore. I don't know. What
Yeah.
left.
I think the makeup came off too when he was doing that.
I think he killed the guy right there in that scene.
Seriously,
He's like,
he
I'm
might have done that.
vengeance. He's like, I'm vengeance, and he's like, you just killed my brother or something. You just killed my. That was Larry. Why'd you do that?
I don't think Robert Pattinson knew that he was even acting anymore. I think he was like actually punching the actor.
For real.
The same way that Bale started punching Ledger like full force.
Wait, that actually happened?
Yeah, because Heath Ledger said, "Hey, I want you to hit me as hard as Batman would hit the Joker."
Damn, what?
So when he's hitting him, it's 100% authentic, and he's like,
Oh my god.
because you remember him punching the Joker, right?
Yeah.
He was throwing him into the walls, like beating his head in, and it was all real. And he was just laughing.
Oh my god, that so
scene gives
fucking
me
scary.
chills. That's
so
scene gives me chills.
scary.
How he just laughs through the whole thing.
Yeah, that is scary. Oh
That's
my god.
It's one of like the
I
best
didn't even
scenes in the
know
movie.
that. Yeah, that's the ooh.
You should watch that back after the stream, knowing that he's hitting him that
I gotta
hard.
watch that. I watched this like the movie like a couple months ago, and I was like, damn, what is that? I thought it was like just make believe, but man, ooh.
Speaking of Joker, like I'm like since they're taking like such a different route with the Riddler, like I wonder what they're gonna do with the Joker in this universe with Matt
Man,
Reeves.
he's gonna be insane. The man.
If
might
that's
be...
Batman, imagine what Joker would be doing to a bystander or something.
Yeah, some more insane shit, man.
Because remember, even in the Joaquin Phoenix one, I think he was like with that one tall dude in his apartment.
Yeah,
Imagine what Matt Reeves' version would do if he took it to that level.
That's
yeah.
Well, and didn't like Matt Reeves like mention like he might do like the Bat Family in this universe as well? Like so, like he might introduce a Robin, maybe like in a sequel, like a young Dick Grayson.
It would have to be years to come. I would say that.
Yeah, maybe by like the third one. You know, if they're gonna use the Joker, I want to see him, but I also kind of would be okay if they waited until the third one because they've always used Joker, I think, too early. Like him as the second villain in the Bale, it made Bane less like he didn't live up to it. I think, or he tried. Like Bane wasn't someone who would have a mastermind Joker plan, so it felt weird. And then Joker dying first in the Tim Burton, that just I'd want them to save Joker for like the final test to where Batman thinks he's at his peak. He can take on anyone, and then you throw in a Joker that's so nuts, it like makes him think, "Holy crap, I can't beat this guy."
Yeah. I want to see that. I want to see
someone who can actually walk in and scare the audience, scare the characters, and take over the city in a way where you think Batman can't win.
Yeah, true.
Man,
as a final battle, you know, because the Joker is always his nemesis, the arch, like the top. So the final nemesis, I'd be fine waiting till like 2028 for them to make Batman 3 and have Joker. Like, if it's gonna be that good, I wouldn't want them to waste him on the second movie.
That's true. It seems like this storyline reminds me of like the Arkham Origins, where Joker already exists, and in like the second film, like Joker is like so fascinated with Batman and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
like, I would love to see like something like that, because it seems like the suit looks like an Arkham Origins Arkham Knight suit, and it's like taking hints from every like the storyline from Earth One, Arkham Origins, Long Halloween. So it's like
yeah.
they're taking like a lot of inspirations from those source materials. So I would love to see something like that.
Yeah, they're Batman fans who
Yeah,
are making this movie. Matt Reeves, like I was saying earlier, like whenever there's a Todd Phillips interview about Joker, he just sounds so boring, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't think Batman could be in this. It's more about Arthur, and I don't want to do a sequel, and it's standalone." And and then, but Matt Reeves, like can't even breathe how much he's talking about how excited he is for his own movie.
It's like he actually read the comics too. That
yeah,
I was getting that from, like, he actually read the beginning of how Batman actually started. So
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see how he's gonna do it from what he said from the comics interpretation into the live action.
that's true.
Yeah,
And this Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, I don't know. It doesn't feel like the suave Bruce Wayne. It feels like a different Bruce Wayne.
I know. He's like Batman Begins Bale, where he's like dirty and like do you remember like in The Dark Knight he's more of the suit and tie kind of
Yeah,
clean slick hair, but in Batman Begins he's like definitely a mess.
yeah. Like the older
And I
one.
Yeah,
Batman
because he the brief said, like, for like this Bruce Wayne, like, is gonna be like the film is gonna be based about like to its soul in a way.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm wondering how that's gonna turn out.
Yeah, because I used to think that Batman Begins, as far as a movie about Batman and his character, would be like the best we are ever gonna get. But the way that he's been talking about it, I think this could be a better Batman Begins than Batman Begins. Because, like I've always said, I like that The Dark Knight is fantastic, but as far as being a Batman movie, Batman's not in it very much, and he kind of always loses. Versus how it focuses a lot on the Joker and the other characters, while Batman Begins, the camera is basically always on him, and you follow him through his lows and his other
yeah,
lows and his highs at the end. Um, and it was like the whole. I liked Batman Begins a lot for, the Liam Neeson, like his speeches where he was talking about like Thomas Wayne, and it was just it was really impactful. And
yeah.
if they can make Batman that connect to you and even more so, then I think they've created a really really good movie.
True. I think so too. I don't know. I'm just. It's weird because like this movie, it feels dark and gritty. Like it feels like a Nolan film, dark and gritty, but also feels very comic booky. Like it has like this weird blend to it, where it's just like it feels like an even more darker version of like the animated series,
Yeah,
Yeah,
which I love that vibe. I love what they're going for.
yeah, because it's all detective and stuff,
Yeah,
and in the
yeah, like,
animated series, he did feel a little more powerful and older. So if we get to like the second movie of this one, I really want to see where they can take it with a more upgraded suit, more older and experienced Batman, and more villains. That because I want to see what Matt Reeves can do to, like, if this is his Batman and his Penguin, I want to see how he'd take on what his take would be on all of the villains. Like he could make, because he said he wants it to be believable too, to where it
yeah.
can. So I want to see this whole trilogy play out.
I would love to see like Hush, like Tommy Elliott in this universe,
Oh yeah,
like Batman villains that we haven't seen
ooh,
on
Hush.
screen before. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, that now Hush, it's like a like, to me, like, he's always been like a mystery, because like even in the animation, um with Batman Hush, the animation, it was found that Hush was the Riddler. So I was like, damn, no wonder, you know.
I love the way they're handling Riddler in this universe. It's like he's almost like Jigsaw.
Yeah, he's scary. Like we still haven't seen his face because his costume, like, I don't know if that's his final costume,
Oh,
but
really not.
what we saw with his mask, he's definitely a lot creepier than like a Jim Carrey
His
or.
voice scares the shit out of me. It creeps the shit out of me, man.
I know this is like he's because I was expecting the Batman to be more low to the ground with just like small like cases and then maybe like at the end like a big one with Carmine Falcone, but if Riddler poses this big challenge that tests Batman, that'd be really cool to see because if he's like, yeah, I want to see this movie.
Yeah, man. I feel like with this Batman too, it'll be. I'm gonna say like they're gonna go try and surpass Bell like in like fighting wise and
Yes.
detective wise. That would be something to see. Like it will really like if it could actually get my ass off my seat, I would love that. Like,
Yeah,
so I'd be like, oh shit, look him, and all that, you know.
yeah,
I
I love
want that.
yeah, I love that this Batman is like so raw and just like the punches actually feels like it hurts, like it feels
Yeah,
real. That's what I'm thinking. Like, oh man, this has to be rated R because the way like again, like the sound effects sounds like he was like getting his head smashed. So it's like the
yeah.
fact that I love that gritty, raw feel to it, and hopefully, if it's rated R, then I feel like that's gonna just give Matt Reeves all the creativity to do whatever he wants with the film.
Yeah,
Seriously, that would be some badass shit right
it's a
there.
way different tone than Ben Affleck fighting space demons. So if you guys could watch right now today either the completed version of Matt Reeves Batman or the Justice League, which one would you pick? Like if you could skip forward and see one of them right now and then have to wait for the other, which one would you pick?
Justice League.
Wait, wait, say that again.
If you could watch either Matt Reeves Batman today completed or the Justice League Zack Snyder.
Oh man, you're challenging me, man. You are challenging me. Okay.
I gotta go
Oh,
with Justice League,
man.
man.
Look,
Like
I
I've been
like
waiting for that movie.
I look. I finally like Ben Affleck's Batman. You know, after understanding it all, and then you got Matt Reeves Batman, which looks promising. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna go with Justice League. I'm gonna go with Justice League
I think
because
me
we've been waiting
too.
for it for so long. We waited for it
Yeah.
Yeah.
for so long.
So I guess we're all on the same page.
Yeah, I was about to say the Batman, but
Yeah.
I'll wait for that a little longer.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for all of them, but I mean, I saw like the trailer for Justice League back in like 2016,
Yeah.
and I've been waiting way longer than I'll have to for this Batman, which is over a year. But for it being like 5 years for the good Justice League to come out, I think, yeah,
It's funny because like I've just been waiting for Justice League for like it feels like an eternity waiting for that movie, and the fact that we're gonna see it finally, just like
it's
I'm
crazy.
yeah.
When I watch the trailer, it's like I've been hoping this whole time that there's the better Justice League out there, and actually seeing like even just that snippet, it's like, wow, this is actually happening. It's like
like
Christmas.
finally. I'm definitely looking forward to the Batman more than Captain Marvel 2. I'll say that.
Yeah, we're definitely that. Definitely.
Yeah, the fact that some people are saying like Captain Marvel is like MCU's Wonder Woman, I've actually heard that, read that. It's
Yeah, they said that.
like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, get out of here! Stop it! You've lost your mind if you think Captain Marvel is anywhere near Wonder Woman. Are you
For real. She
crazy?
ain't a god. She's not a god.
Like,
There's
are you
no way in
crazy?
hell she's a god.
But the fact that DC like finally is setting like its own path, different from Marvel, like I don't hate Marvel, but obviously I'm a big DC guy. So the fact that
Yeah,
DC, again, I just feel like DC now has more complete freedom to do what they want and to finally have trust in their directors again.
in The
And
Rock, I think is gonna help to bring DC to be more household name now because
yeah,
with the whole Justice League thing, most people really fell off and just went hard into Marvel.
I did.
So
you're a
I
traitor, bro.
did.
You're a traitor, bro.
Look, I hated Justice League. All right, I
so
hated Justice League. Don't blame me. Blame them.
so like when I'll be talking about superheroes, they'll be like, "What does DC even have over Marvel?" And I'm like, "Well, they don't have Batman and Superman." They look at me and they're like, "Really?" And I'm like, "What?" And
Yeah.
because they're just so confident that it's Marvel's better now because DC dropped the ball and it was trash. So but people love The Rock though. So if they
Yeah,
see The Rock like fighting Superman or whatever, and it's
That's
because
gonna grab their eyes right there.
I know
yeah.
it's gonna like snatch their attention away from. I don't know what does Marvel have to compete with that. I don't even know, bro. Some
Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi.
Oh my god.
They got Shang-Chi, bro. One of the most popular characters of all time. They're trash. They have oh yeah, they have Black Widow, which is like, okay, she's dead. Like, who
Oh
cares about
my
that movie?
god. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Like how are they going they just got like one of the most favorite characters of that just gone. Just gone.
It's like
Wow.
it's like all Marvel's heavy hitters are gone. Iron Man's gone. Captain
yeah.
America's gone.
And
Thor.
Spider Man, they haven't even proven yet that he's a good Spider Man. He's had 2 movies, and
They're trying
he's
to,
still been
but I don't
kind
know.
of taking L's in like every single scene.
Yeah, he's Iron Man Junior. That's who he is.
And unless they actually make him a good Spider Man in the future, where you look at him and you're like, okay, that's Spider Man,
Yeah.
they can't compete. I think Spider Man's like one of their only cards that Marvel's got.
Yeah, because everybody like him in that MCU. Like they really do.
And
He's like
he's
the
the
most
only one
important one.
left. He's the only one left that because Iron Man gone, Captain America basically gone.
Thor's a
Um,
woman. Because they're gonna have
there's
Oh
no one
god,
Jane
cares
don't
about
stop
Foster.
Captain
saying that.
Marvel.
You're
I mean,
kidding.
Black Panther is going to be big, but
Yeah.
I can imagine them making Black Panther 2 more violent and serious after seeing DC pull it off well because the first one was a lot more goofy and comedy, and they're going to realize people are going to switch
Yeah.
over. So they're going to try to make Black Panther like a Batman because he already.
Yeah, he's already rich too. Like he's rich just like Batman.
Yeah.
Oh god.
but it's gonna be interesting to see all these Marvel movies not leading into like a big event film. Like
Yeah.
how's Black Panther
Endgame.
gonna do when it's not leading up to like an Infinity War or an Endgame?
Like Infinity War and Endgame being on the news and being like the only thing people talk about for like a week. They don't have that anymore, and I don't think they can do that anymore.
I
I
thought that was
mean,
for a month because that thing was trending like a month.
so much money they got from that, but I don't think they can do it anymore. I don't know. And then when Joker came out, it was the same thing, but now it was a DC movie.
Yeah.
For the first time, it's like people like Spider-Man and Far From Home. It's like people talked about it like, yeah, it was kind of good, but people in the hallways talking about Joker, it's like it captured their attention, and I think it made them want to see more DC because I think also the whole reason why it got their attention is because it was DC for the first time in a while. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't them trying to be Marvel, it was them, gritty and
Being
serious,
themselves.
like which
Yeah.
is why I like DC. I don't come to DC for a ripoff of Marvel.
Yeah. They finally have confidence in their properties, which is like, thank you. It's what we wanted.
Seriously, thanks.
Black Panther 2 rumors saying Namor's in it. Really?
Yeah, they've been saying that Namor is going to be in because they got him. Marvel had, I guess, got ownership of him and the Hulk. So
Ugh.
You
So,
know,
Guessing they're both
so,
Universal properties or
it's
whatever.
SNL Kevin Feige trying to rip off Aquaman now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just
with
let,
Black Panther, what I noticed was Michael B. Jordan's character. I rooted for him because he was like his acting was better, but also I sympathize with his character and the fact that I didn't want the main hero to win just because he was like his goals were just I'm a hero, I gotta save Wakanda or whatever,
yeah,
and that was boring to me. But Michael B. Jordan's character, he had his Killmonger, it had this like depth to where it's like he's got a point. I'd be mad too. I'd want revenge too, or
yeah,
whatever. And he didn't even like. I think that's if the superhero. I don't know. I want people are thinking Killmonger might come back. I don't know.
He
well,
did come back in the comics, so they could just use that as a slide, you know.
yeah. I
Anyway,
think
DC Fandom.
Yep, DC Fandom.
yeah, DC Fandom better than Marvel. Sorry, Marvel. You took an L this time. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't see them they don't have nothing no more.
Yeah, it's just like okay,
And they
whatever.
trying to put like replace it's crazy. It's just crazy.
I'm actually. Are you guys going to see the Superman Man of Tomorrow animated movie?
Now I saw that trailer, so I was wondering, I was like, I don't know, I might give it a try. I
Yeah,
might.
I think I might buy it to see how it is or rent it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
And usually the DC animation is pretty good, so
I'm
I'll see how it
I'm
is.
surprised with the three Jokers just like 2 days away from coming out. They didn't talk about it like at all at the DC Fandom.
Is it a movie?
No, it's
It's
a comic.
it's a comic where it's like basically there's been three Jokers throughout Batman the entire time. So the Killing Joker that
What?
shot Barbara is not the same one as the one that killed Jason Todd, and that's not the same one as the original appearance
Are you
either.
kidding me?
Yeah,
So they base so
Damn.
that's how sometimes the Joker's in prison, and there's also simultaneously the Joker robbing a bank. And so one of them is obviously more like he's got like a pink suit. The other one is like darker. So I just it sounds far fetched, but I think I just want to see how that's even possible. That's what
Yeah.
that's what's interesting to me, and I want to see how basically.
yeah, that's gonna be.
And if it's a sequel, because they said they wanted to give it the same feeling as The Killing Joke, to where it's like spiritually a sequel to it, because that version of the Joker is in this out of the other two. So, and I have a copy of the Killing Joke on my desk right now.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe have the animation of that one.
That animation was trash.
I know it
I
looked
did
like
not
it.
like it. The book is way better.
I know, and that makes me sad because I know exactly what they did wrong. The animation, like there's less detail, and
And Bruce is
they
having sex
threw in
with
the
Barbara.
terrible Barbara Gordon plot that was just creepy.
Yeah.
I just I do it differently basically.
That's
Like you're supposed to see the
sad.
city. You're supposed to see the city skylines at the end when there's the whole Joker monologue, and instead there's just like gray bushes in the back, and that's all you can see. Like the whole panel is like it's like raining, and you can see Gotham in the background, and it's all bright. And then in the animation, it's just there's just dark like shrubbery surrounding them.
It's trash.
It's trash.
I think Three Jokers is Black Label. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I love that. By the way, Black Label is. They've been doing like. Have you read Batman Damned?
Um.
Oh, that I heard it's a comic. I never
Yeah,
saw it.
I mean, I
it's
heard there was
amazing.
a whole. It made the news because there was something in there that they ended up censoring in the later reprints of it.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what's it about?
The Bat Dong.
Oh God.
They illustrated his. Bro.
Oh no.
They tried because they're like, okay, we're gonna actually be rated R with this comic. So Batman walks in with nothing, and they illustrate.
Wow.
It was hilarious. I
So
was
a
like,
bat
wow.
dog, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, what the fuck?
It was crazy.
R-rated. Oh man, I gotta read it.
That was R-rated. I was like, okay, well, this is that kind of comic, huh? Oof.
Yeah, and in the reprints, they're like, okay, maybe that was a mistake. They tried acting like it was a mistake. They're like, oops, we didn't realize that was in there. We're gonna reprint it where we cover it up with like a shadow.
Stop lying.
Stop the
lying.
cap.
They did that on purpose.
It was too funny. I was just like,
It's because everyone kept making fun of him for it.
I think they just did that just to like cause controversy on purpose. Like,
Yeah,
like, hey,
because
like talk
so
about our
people
book.
would read the book.
Yeah, and it worked. I did. It was awesome. So kudos on them. But I don't think they needed to do that. It was just like, okay. The bat dog. It was just hilarious. It was hilarious. So people were just losing their mind over that.
Because that's what they focused on. like out of the whole plot of the book that was what made that was the only thing people were talking about, because they're like, hold up, what?
It's just like, oh my god, just again, it's not a big deal, but whatever.
Yeah, it's like the author's like, I hope you guys like my book or try making it all serious, and then the only thing the news outlets are talking about is bat penis.
I was just like, oh my god, like this is what it's gonna be known for. But the Three Jokers, it's funny because I think the only reason why they didn't mention it is because of Jeff Johns. I think they're like trying to distance themselves from like the whole Jeff Johns, Ray Fisher fiasco.
Fuck you.
So they're like, yeah, we'll wait till September 12th.
Wait, no, Jeff Johns is actually the writer of.
I know.
Yeah, it's Jeff Johns and Jason Fabok.
Yeah, Fabok or Fabik. Yeah. But again, I don't have Jeff Johns. I don't have a problem with Jeff Johns being a comic book writer. I love most of his work. It's just when it comes to films, that's what I have an issue with, because he doesn't know what he's doing.
You don't.
Hence Green Lantern. That's it's just like that whole fiasco of Green Lantern. That was all like Jeff Johns and the other dude who does most of the CW thing does. That it was just a mess.
Berlanti?
Yeah, Greg Berlanti. Yeah.
What happened with him?
Well, he was like one of the producers on the Green Lantern film with Jeff Johns.
Oh, that one with Ron Reynolds?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. God damn it.
which makes me nervous because I think he's a producer on the Green Lantern show for HBO Max. So it's just like, I hope.
I think he should just stick with CW. He should do that. Yeah. Look, just let the good writers take care of HBO Max. You stick to what you do on CW.
Just like,
I mean, the CW still got fans. I mean, they're like, when you look at the comments, people are like passionate about those characters. Somehow they're like,
somehow,
yeah, like somehow
they want to see where the Flash goes. And I mean, I don't know no hate on Grant Gustin, because he did pull off a good performance, but I mean, again, it's not his fault. I don't blame him. I don't blame
just the writing.
I know
it's not even a Flash show anymore. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what the hell they did with Iris. Was so fucking confusing. Like, how the fuck is there a Mirrorverse? How does that make any fucking sense?
I was just like, after that, I just checked out. I was just like, yeah, this is not for me anymore. It's like I'm done with the CW universe. Just like, ugh, it's a mess.
You know what? I'm about to download that, install the HBO Max app on my phone if I can have it on here. for sure, because I gotta get myself ready.
Oh, I just can't wait.
I even got a savings account. Oh my god!
And do you guys think we're gonna see Darkseid like in Snyder Cut like more like after the whole history lesson?
Yeah, I want to see that history part of it. I'm really intrigued because I like, as a comic book reader, I never really learned about him. I've known about him from, like, what I tell you, the Doomsday Wars. That's when I saw him and not that one, the other one where Doomsday came back. And Superman had the mullet at the time, and they were like working together to stop Doomsday and Cyborg Superman and stuff like that. That's the only time I only saw him in a comic.
Yeah, that was pretty. That's gonna be cool. And I heard some people complaining about, well, it doesn't look like Darkseid. Well, because this is the
It's
young
not the finished
Darkseid.
product.
Yeah,
Like,
This
come
is-
on.
yeah,
Like, this is like I said, it's the demo.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
it's still. I mean, it looks like Darkseid. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I
not,
think it looks better than what Joss Whedon would have done if he tried making a Darkseid. I don't know what that would look like.
He would have had a butt face if Josh Whedon did it.
yeah, and this is before he becomes Darkseid. So this like before he gets like the Omega beams or the Omega power or whatever he calls it. This is like year one Darkseid basically. This is the younger version of Darkseid, and then eventually he's going to turn into the Darkseid that we all know.
Yeah, because I think the history lesson is him, like, thousands of years before. So when he shows up to fight the Justice League, there's a lot more experience and power he's gotten.
True. The only show I really care about is Black Lightning. Yeah, that's a good show. Black Lightning.
It is. It's really good. I'm on. Let's see, season 3. Yeah, season 3. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now I can keep up with a show like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not too. It's not even that cringy.
Yeah.
And the characters, like the actors, have a good job with their scripts and stuff. So I'm all right.
It's cool that they tied it in with Crisis because I mean, I was confused as to what was going on because there was an episode that led into the Crisis, and there was like, I don't even know what they're talking about. It was like they were talking about some kind of multiverse thing, and then all of a sudden the Red Wave comes in and like eats everybody except for Black Lightning, and then it leads straight into like episode 2 or 3. So it's cool that they did tie that in.
Yeah, all the shows were tied in to that. But I like the way how they did with Black Lightning.
Yeah, and he wasn't even like useless in the Crisis. He was actually kind of important.
Yeah, I actually like the scene between him and Flash where they talk about their fathers.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
And they both have like similar like powers because it's like lightning. That's pretty cool.
Was he one of the Paragons or no?
No.
Okay, so he died then before. Yeah,
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess he came back then. Yeah, because his show's still going on. So that's weird though, because with the whole merging Earths thing, how his Earth is now part of like the Earth One. How before Superman was just a comic book character, and now he comes home to a world where he's just always existed.
Yeah, because I remember in the last season they were in, he was in Gotham. He was at a court in Gotham. They were doing something with like a villain they were fighting against in that season. So yeah,
that's cool.
That was really cool. Yeah.
I wonder if since like the last season of Arrow where John Diggle takes the mantle of Green Lantern, like he finds the ring. I wonder if he's gonna play a part in the Superman show, like if he's gonna have a cameo.
I think so. Yeah.
Damn, is he?
I'm
surprised.
That would be cool. It would be cool.
I would be so surprised if they come up with something like that.
They actually have a
Green Lantern. They're gonna ruin Green Lantern too.
Thanks, John Diggle turns to the John Stewart. Ain't that a bitch? Seriously.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder if Zack Snyder, like the only reason why he's gonna use Green Lantern in his movie is basically like a big fuck you to Jeff Johns. It's like, well, you ruined Green Lantern and you fuck with my movie, so I'm gonna take back Green Lantern and I'm gonna make him cool.
But which one though? Will he go with the Hal Jordan one or the John Stewart?
Hal Jordan.
Well, Hal Jordan. I mean, like Ryan Reynolds or a recast?
Ryan Reynolds.
Is he on that Earth though, or are they gonna cross over again in the Snyder cut with them? Because it says like Earth 12.
Yeah, I was thinking like they showed the Reynolds one, but Reynolds came out in 2011, didn't it?
Yeah, so is Earth 12 the DCEU then? How come in Man of Steel they never mentioned a flying Green Lantern?
That is so weird.
If there's a multiverse crossover in Justice League, that's kind of crazy.
But then they was talking about a show too, like they're doing a show, right?
Yeah,
I don't know Yeah, we don't know. I guess it's still early because they haven't told us anything yet.
I guess we gotta
I
wait for
think
that.
maybe
one,
they're
too.
having trouble trying to figure out. It's like,
I
wait,
mean,
there's a CW Green Lantern, and now we're doing an
wasn't
HBO Max show, but there's also a Justice League. How are we doing this?
wasn't Reynolds in the Reynolds version of DCU or not?
No, it wasn't.
Wow, wow. Wait, wow, what?
Well, I know they had their own Amanda Waller in that film, but it was played by a different actress, and it wasn't part of the DCEU.
Wait, what
She was
was
played
her?
by Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Wait, why was
Wait,
she in that movie?
She played Amanda Waller in that movie.
No, I mean, why was Amanda Waller in Green Lantern?
I think she played like a scientist or something.
That's not
what the
Amanda
fuck?
Waller.
That's not a one. What?
Yeah.
They're just throwing names around.
They're just, like,
Wait,
using
so
the
who's
character's
Amanda
name.
Waller in Suicide Squad?
That's Viola Davis.
Oh, I knew it. I forgot. Yeah. Oh yeah, duh. Yeah, never mind. I get them. I don't know why they made her Amanda Waller in the Green Lantern. That's weird.
Yeah, it was just weird. Again, that's Jeff Johns. Doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
God damn, man.
Yeah, they just looked at a list of black female comic book characters and just picked a name, and it just doesn't fit in at all.
Yeah. Didn't they say there was going to be a Green Lantern Corps show? Yeah, that was going to be produced by Jeff Johns, but I think they
Oh,
just
HBO Max.
yeah.
Man, he better do that shit right then.
I don't think he's going to do that anymore. Since everything that's going on with him, so I don't know.
God,
I
man.
mean, there's another fandom. I don't know, because the way that they're doing the next one is it's supposed to be on-demand content where you just click on the stuff you want to see, like the panels, instead of a live stream. So
Thank God, because I'm tired of sitting through those
so we don't have to sit through.
Dude, I was getting tired of the Sandman. I was like, dude, let's get to the point.
Oh, he was so boring. He's like talking about his like experiences, like the writer of like, oh God, look, no offense to him, but he was really boring me.
I was like, I had to cut it off. Like literally, I had to cut it off.
Like,
and then they kept showing a bunch of cosplayers. And
it's like skip ad, please. I can't skip this.
It's like, before we show you the Batman film, we're gonna show you some more awesome cosplayers.
Yeah.
that was part of it, I think. Or maybe it was before the Suicide Squad game. I don't know, but one of those two. They started. I was like, really?
Here's Chris Daughtry singing another song. I'm like, no, thank you. I just want to get to the Batman panel. But that was funny though.
Oh yeah, and then we had to watch a rock concert.
It's like, what is happening?
I don't know. It's like that doesn't have. The song didn't even have anything to do with DC, except he said the word Superman. But tons of songs name drop Superman because they're, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just like,
there's no point.
Keep using the damn. They keep using the theme, man. I'm like, what are y'all teasing at? Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I guess they just use that for like nostalgic purposes, just to get like everyone excited.
I hate when they do that shit. And then they were even showing shots of him like being Superman, like Reeve Superman. Like, wow.
Yeah, and they show like tons of footage of Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. So I was like, this is for sure. They're gonna announce something.
And they showed
0.
They showed Henry Cavill speaking to Zack Snyder. It was like,
in the cap.
Cool. Yeah,
wearing a cap and a button t-shirt, collar shirt. Where you go?
He's like, guys, I'm not in front of a prison, haha. But we want to know, what's your favorite DC character? It's like I don't know why that's the fan question they picked. What's Zack Snyder's favorite DC character? I'd ask Zack Snyder a lot different questions.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably filtered out all the questions.
Yeah, it's got to be filtered because the real questions are like, what are you doing with Jared Leto's Joker? What are you doing with Green Lantern? When's this coming out? What's happening with Henry Cavill? And they're just like answering the questions like, what's your creative process when writing a movie?
It's like,
that's the safe card.
I was just like, when's Justice League 2? Are you gonna do Justice League 2? What about Justice League 3? Like just like all the good questions. Just like, come on, dude. Like if this is DC Fandom, if this is like a big fan event, then just answer the fans' questions.
I can't, I don't even believe that anyone actually asked those. I think they just wrote
No,
those.
Yeah, I really do too.
yeah.
Like it
No
was from their
fans asked for
company that the workers like actually wrote it and
Yeah.
stuff.
Just like all the good. Like where's Man of Steel 2? Henry, are you still doing that? What's going on? Just like ugh.
Especially on the Matt Reeves, that woman asked so many damn questions. I was like, get to the damn point,
I was just like waiting for the
man.
trailer. Just like, oh my god, he's
Yeah,
still
I was like,
talking.
dude, let's see the trailer. It was like question after another question after another question after another question. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I'd rather they showed the trailer first and then he talked about the movie.
yeah, that's what I was hoping they was gonna do.
That's what they did for like almost all of them, where they'd show off the trailer and then they'd go into a long spiel about it.
Just like ugh.
They did a reverse. Seriously.
But it was worth it at the end because
Yeah,
that
DC
trailer was
Fandom
awesome.
was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And on
So
that,
hopefully they do like announce the Man of Steel
yeah, I don't know when they're gonna announce that.
or some secret film, whatever the hell they talking about, like in the next part or whatever.
Yeah, I hope they don't like wait until the Snyder Cut gets released and see how the reaction is, and then they make their a decision to whether or not to move forward
That
with
ain't gonna
Henry
work.
Cavill. Yeah, I hope not.
It's not gonna work. It's
I
not.
hope they don't do that.
It's not gonna work.
Just like yeah, we're gonna wait until we see how the Snyder Cut does to see how people react to Henry Cavill, and then we'll make our decision whether or not we want to continue with him in the future. Don't do that because everybody likes him. Everybody likes him or loves him as Superman. So just make the damn movie already. Or maybe they do, and they don't have the contracts yet. And either way, we want to see it happen.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're coming up. Wow, we almost talked for 3 hours.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to end it.
Dude.
It's gonna be 2:30, so that's it. We're gonna end it right here. Thank you everyone for commenting below. Cool Boy, Poindexter Lounge. Simon says, thank you for contributing to the Truthcast real quick, and thank you guys for coming on to the show. And overall, final thoughts on DC Fandom?
Yeah, it didn't disappoint me.
It was rad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was. I think it's safe to say that it was a massive success, and I think this puts the death nail on Comic Con. I think from now on we're gonna have DC Fandom for DC fans, and all the big announcements are gonna be on DC Fandom. So overall, it was awesome, and hopefully it continues. But yeah, but that's it. Thank you all for showing up, and for Jo, Ethan, Truth 31, I'm out. Goodbye.
Peace.
Peace.